Madison Square Garden in the first of the home-and-home series. The Rangers and Islanders played it physical. The Rangers got out to a 3-goal lead, but the Islanders came on strong and erased the lead and tied it. Then Mark Messier had a chance to give the Rangers the lead, but young Jamie McLennan came up with a big save, leading the Rangers frustrated after the game. The Rangers had lost a point. The Islanders had won a point. Tonight at Nassau Coliseum, they play Game 2 of the home-and-home series. Hello, everyone, and welcome to New York Rangers hockey. Sam Rose along with John Davidson. Bruce Beck is with us again tonight here at Nassau Coliseum. And, John, would you agree with the assessment? The Rangers lost a point. The Islanders won a point.
Oh, obviously, Sam, I think it's a situation where the Rangers found themselves in a comfortable situation, leading 3-0, and then mentally relaxed. And you could see it in their defensive zone coverage. They were very relaxed, and the Islanders kept plugging away, kept working, and made things happen. And being around the team, the Rangers, that is, prior to this game downstairs, the mood is rather moody. It's not a good mood right now. They realize fully they blew a point.
Now, you look around this arena, it looks like your normal average arena, but the Rangers can't win here.
Well, the top numbers, overall series, not bad. At the Coliseum, not that good. And then 0-12-3 in the last 15, that's horrific. And if you really go back and look at the last few games, they've been over early. The Rangers have not gotten themselves into the game early. Now here, let's take a look at what they did last night. They're in control of the puck in the offensive zone. They have a nice, comfortable lead to deal with. Then they turn the puck over, get 3 people trapped on that turnover, and it's now, after the Rangers have made a change that wasn't a great change, missed coverage in the defensive zone, and bang, all of a sudden the Islanders are back in the game. Here you'll see another play where the Rangers appear to be in good shape. Here comes Flatley off the bench, great pass in front, and the man's not picked up. That's King scoring. Again, it's defensive zone coverage where everybody just relaxed. Here's deep in the Rangers zone. Everybody on one side of the ice. King goes to the net, beautiful pass, and he ties it up. You have to be sharp mentally. You know, the Rangers don't have a definitive checking line, not 3 defensive forwards on one line. And if you don't, everybody has to do their part. They have to think and be sharp mentally defensively.
All right, so the Rangers have to turn things around on defense tonight. For more of the defensive assessment, Bruce Beck is with associate head coach Colin Campbell. Bruce?
Thank you, Sam. One of the reasons the Rangers squandered a 3-0 lead last night was defensive breakdowns. And Colin Campbell, we're not talking about just defensemen, are we?
No, Bruce. I think we have the best defensive record in the league because our forwards have been very responsible this year. And last night, as a team, we weren't very responsible. The Islanders worked hard, and I think we lost little races all over the ice. And a lot of the goals were problems of little races, bad changes, and lost battles.
So what do you need to do tonight?
I think it's win those races, win those battles, and have good changes. That's one thing we went over. It's not a big issue, but the little things win you games like that last night.
Sam and JD will watch the play on the blue line carefully tonight.
Thanks, Bruce. We'll also be watching the goaltending because the goaltender is the same for the Rangers, Mike Richter, and the Islanders go back to their number 1, Ron Hextall.
Well, their number 1 guy had some problems last night in the first period. I think it'll be telling here early in the game as to whether or not Hextall will refocus himself. He got beat on a bad angle shot from Mike Gartner. He was beat immediately after with a shot from Amonte, and then he was beat again in the third period here on a bad angle, easy backhand from Zubov. He got the hook, and the youngster, 22-year-old McLennan, went in, and he was fabulous. He stopped 2 breakaways, a little bit of help from a goal post now and again. Made a big save here, as you see. That was one of the 2 breakaways. That was Amonte, and then this save in overtime, and the kid was great under pressure. So now the coaches go back and make decisions. McLennan will sit and watch. Ron Hextall, who's been, as you see, he's won 6 straight at home, and he's been their go-to guy. He gets the call again. But will the lens be focused? That's the question, and I think the Rangers should try to crowd him and get him mentally off his game early.
All right, Ron Hextall and Mike Richter, the big men in goal for each team. We're set for the second game of the home-and-home series. The Rangers and Islanders are next. We'll be right back. 4th meeting of the season between the Rangers and Islanders. The Islanders have won 1. They've had 2 ties. Mike Richter is 3-6-3 lifetime against the Islanders, and he is right back in there tonight.
Well, the feeling was, and this is the coach, Mike Keenan, speaking, he felt that Richter played so well last night, he'll get the call again. A lot of people really felt that Glenn Healy may get the shot.
Ron Hextall has won his last 6 in a row at home. 3 of those wins shutouts.
Again, though, he had trouble in the first period last night. I think that warrants a watch. Both Mike Richter's had trouble early in games here in the Coliseum. And you know that Hextall had a tough first period last night. Dan Marawelli looks on to be ready, and the puck's dropped, Sam.
Underway, Messier with Graves on the left, Kovalov on the right, Leach and Bukaboom on defense, and quickly an icing is whistled against the Islanders on the faceoff, and Graves and Delgarno do a little pushing as the linesmen step in. The Rangers lineup, a couple of changes. Alexander Karpovtsev has returned. Joe Kocur is out of the lineup. Coach's decision. Mike Hartman goes in for him. And on defense, Alexander Karpovtsev is back in. Peter Anderson scratched, and Kevin Lowe stays in the lineup, concerned about his back. He gave it a lot of stretching and a lot of heat prior to the game and took the full warm-up, said he was ready to go.
And Karpovtsev having trouble with his teeth on the right side of his face. Nerve problems, etc. Adam Graves has had a discussion with the referee, as is Brian Leach, and the Rangers now make a change. I'm not sure exactly what the problem is for Graves. He had some, and now David Smith is appearing to do something up to his face. Adam Graves is very upset with Delgarno, and I don't know if Delgarno did something during this first shift, but Adam Graves is being repaired on the bench.
Kyprios has come on to take his spot. It's Travis Green with number 39, with Brad Delgarno number 15, Marty McInnes number 18 for the Islanders, with Scott LaChance number 7, and Darius Kasparaitis number 11. Kovalov shot is a save by Hextall. Good shot by Kovalov. He's got the puck. The back pass missed Leach. Travis Green went down, taken down by Leach, and a penalty is upcoming on the Rangers.
Good kick save by Hextall. The Rangers recovered the puck. Kovalov tried to make the pass back to Leach, and he missed Leach. Leach had to try and do something to find a way to get the puck, and he tripped up his man. You'll see Kovalov with an original long shot. Kick save, pretty good one there by Hextall. Now Kovalov will hustle and recover the puck. Move it back to Leach, and there you see he misses, and Green goes down. So the first power play goes to the Islanders, who were 0 for 3 last night in New York.
Rangers remain number 1 penalty killing. Leach for tripping at 31 seconds puts the Islanders on the power play. And it's been a power play that has been up and down. At times has been very good. And talking to Lauren Henning, he says Malakoff is a real big key for the Islanders on the power play.
Well, he can move in, he's mobile, he shoots it well, and he passes well. Adam Graves, by the way, still being attended to on the Rangers bench. Something up to the left side of his face. David Smith, the medical trainer, working on him. He appealed, remember, to Marawelli, who obviously missed whatever it was.
Turgeon's back pass taken by Larmer. Larmer is on with Messier, Lowe, and Zubov. The Islanders have Tom Kurvers, number 28, Vladimir Malakoff, number 23, Pierre Turgeon, number 77, Derek King, number 27, Steve Thomas, number 32. Turgeon with the puck. Thomas, the back pass to Kurvers. Now Malakoff. This is Turgeon down low. Thomas comes out in front. He tried to hit Derek King, and it went right through. Kurvers swings it around the boards for Turgeon. He's behind the net looking to make a pass. Blocked by Kevin Lowe. Lowe checks Turgeon, moves it up the boards. Malakoff there to keep it in. Toward the net, save made by Richter. Backhanded all the way out by Sergei Zubov. 1 minute to go on the power play for the Islanders. Minute and a half into the game. Tom Kurvers heads up ice. King lost control. Bukaboom lets Nemchinov play it. Moves it ahead. Nemchinov's on with Tikkanen, Wells, and Bukaboom. Dennis Vasky has come on for the Islanders with Ray Ferraro, Benoit Hogue, and now Pat Flatley. Hogue's pass is for Ferraro. Lost control. Wells fell down. Ferraro has the puck and moves it around to Hogue. Hogue looking. Scott LaChance has come on. Nice pass to Flatley. Back pass to LaChance. And across it goes to Vasky for the shot that went wide. Flatley puts it in front. Up on the stick of Ferraro, and it's cleared out by Nemchinov.
Islanders' first unit stayed on the ice for a long period of time. Never got themselves a real good chance. The one pass in front from Thomas to King did not work. The second unit hasn't come close to getting anything going. And now Graves, as you see, is back with 7 seconds to go on the minor to Brian Leach. Now Graves, I believe, was cut near the left side of his face, and he's still appealing to the referee.
Oh, yeah. Look at the cut under his eye.
Yeah, right. And now he was very upset with Delgarno. There's David Smith trying to, he's like the fight doctor. Yeah. You know more about that boxing fight, that fighting stuff, Sam, than I do. And you know all those guys.
That's their profession.
The cut man, But anyway, wow. I just know that he was upset with Delgarno. I did not see it. I know it was an icing call immediately as the game started. Delgarno and Graves now nose to nose. Well, head to head.
Yeah. Looked like two linemen getting set for the snap in football. Now Graves peels off to the top of the circle. 7 seconds to go in the Islanders' power play. Rangers have done an excellent job here. Islanders win the faceoff by Travis Green. Kasparaitis has the puck and moves up ice. And back on the ice is Brian Leetch. Islanders 0 for 1 on the power play.
5-man unit for the Islanders against Mark Messier's line once again. That's the checking line centered by Green. And then the chance and Kasparaitis on the blue line. We saw a lot of that last night.
Kevin Lowe all over Delgarno, roughing him up a bit along the boards. Puck comes to Messier, and he brings it out. Messier on with Graves and Amonte. This is Amonte moving in on the chance. Plays it into the corner to Messier. Messier looking. Pass tipped. Zubov was cutting down the slot. Hextall covers up in the crease. 17:03 to go in the first. There's no score. David Smith applying some Vaseline. I think what they need as far as those boxers use, that end swell, that metal, frozen iron
on their face.
Yeah.
Well, you don't see players cut as much as boxers are, obviously. Rangers frustrated. The word that we have is that he took a stick from Brad Delgarno way in the back side, way in the background, right there. You see Graves reaching up, and that's Brad Delgarno with him. Good work by our crew to go back and find out what happened.
Patrick Flatley with the puck. He's checked by Nick Kypreos. Tikkanen on with Kypreos and Larmer for the Rangers. Leetch and Bukaboom. Islanders have Hogue, Ferraro, and Flatley. Bukaboom moves the puck. Went past Hogue to Pilon for a shot blocked in the circle. Picked up by Larmer. Checked by Flatley. Larmer sends it ahead for Kypreos. Cross-ice pass broken up by Curvers. Curvers and Pilon on defense for the Islanders. Bukaboom back for the puck. Flatley after him. Leetch has trouble with it. Moves it for Kypreos. Larmer takes it. Leetch was hit by Ferraro after he released.
No doubt that's part of the Islanders' game plan. The last two periods in the Garden last night, the Islanders did a good job forechecking, taking the body. And here you see them try to do it again, especially against Brian Leetch.
Ferraro for Hogue. Moving in on Bukaboom. Passing in the middle. Leetch broke up the play. Flatley into the corner against Larmer. Now Dennis Baskey moves in. A hit by Tikkanen. Malakoff plays it in front. Kypreos steps in to intercept and brings it out. Bukaboom without the helmet. Puck knocked away from Tikkanen. Baskey fires off the stick of Ferraro. Chips it into the Ranger zone. 4:15 gone by in the first period. There's no score as Alexander Karpovtsev moves the puck up to Jay Wells. Gartner picks it up. Gartner on for the first time with Gilbert and Nemchinov. Long shot is a save by Hextall. Nemchinov gets to the puck and shoots off the glove of Hextall into the crowd.
Face-off will stay inside the zone since it went off the Islander goaltender. The big line on the ice for the Islanders centered by Turgeon. The Rangers had Nemchinov come on the ice against them. Now the Rangers make a quick change and get Messier on the ice. Al Arbour makes a quick change and puts the green line on the ice. Now what this is doing, I think, is Mike Keenan saying, I'm going to put Messier's line with Graves and whoever the right winger is on the ice as much as I can. Okay. And what that'll do is keep the Turgeon line on the bench. And if there's no power plays for the Islanders, then the Turgeon line have trouble getting offense going.
Last night, though, Al Arbour said he liked the way Turgeon's line played against Messier's line.
He's keeping, with the game scoreless, he's keeping the Turgeon line on the bench when Messier's on the ice, and it's been green every time. So the Rangers, I don't think, mind this at all. And I mean, if the Rangers forward line here gets outscored by the Islander checking line, and remember, Green did have 6 shots on goal last night, and does shoot the puck well then it's a problem. Then you don't deserve to win, to be honest. So it'd be interesting to see how Al Arbour, it's in his hands. He's a home team coach. Will he try to change things or keep it going?
Icing whistled against the Islanders, bringing the face-off back. Starting play tonight, the Islanders still 10th in the Eastern Conference, 61 points. 1 point behind the Florida Panthers, 2 points behind the Philadelphia Flyers, but they have a game in hand on the Panthers and 2 on the Flyers. So the Islanders in good position. Leetch up the middle for Kovalov. Islanders unbeaten in their last 4 games, 3 wins and a tie. Taken away by Green. He's hooked down by Kovalov. Marty McInnes with the puck, joined by Kasparaitis. Kasparaitis shot high. Behind the net, Green is after it.
Kovalov with a blue line turnover.
Kasparaitis toward the net. Deflection, a save by Richter. What a deflection in front. Puck taken down by McInnes and cleared out of the zone. McInnes has it again. Plays it across to Brad Delgarno. He's joined by Travis Green, who fakes on low, drops to McInnes. Didn't get good wood on the shot. Richter covers up and play stops. Some pushing ensues. Green, low, Graves after Green. Graves wanted somebody. Delgarno is there as well.
Well, this is a very intense beginning to this game. It was a much quieter game last night in New York, especially with the Rangers having the early lead and the Islanders having to stay out of the box to try and come back.
14:28 to go in the first as things heat up. There's no score.
See, he's
guilty of the turnover
on
here.
the puck, other team's blue line, everybody driving to the net. The turnover traps all three forwards. Back come the Islanders. This original shot goes fairly high and off the shoulder of Richter, but they got one after it. All because the Rangers didn't get the puck deep. And Kovalov's got to learn, as part of his growing up process, to get the puck deep, especially when your wingers are driving to the net.
Pilon fired it off the boards down in the Rangers zone. Richter steers it aside for Kevin Lowe. Lowe playing it ahead for Steve Larmer. Now it's Nick Kypreos driving it into the corner. Taken off the boards by Tikkanen. Takes a hit from Rich Pilon. Hard hit, knocks him down. Rich Pilon getting back into the flow. A hand pass whistled on the play. Stopped the action. Pilon just his third game back after being out with a shoulder injury, and Al Arbour says he's still trying to get his timing.
See, Tikkanen will see him coming, and he'll lean back into Pilon, like there. And then Pilon follows through. He's so strong and knocking Tikkanen down. Tikkanen ends up on top of the puck, so face-off out of the zone. Pilon's coming back from the shoulder problem, played 2 games in the minors, which is a good, mature thing to do to help you get your timing back. He's powerfully strong.
Leach's shot blocked by Steve Thomas. Turgeon, quick pass to Thomas onside. Broken up by Bukaboom. What a pass by Turgeon. He just picked up the puck and fired right up the middle of Thomas. This is Steve Larmer moving in on Rich Pilon. Nice touch by Larmer. He hit the post. The rebound. Scramble. Hextall got it. Larmer with a tremendous move and a great shot that hit the post.
Dan Maruelli better be careful. That's my opinion anyway. A lot of stuff happening in this one. Rangers D stay out. Steve Thomas was back checking and threw Tikkanen down. A lot of things happening away from the puck here. Great play by Larmer. He showed speed through the neutral zone. Took the defenseman Pilon wide and then cut to the middle. See how he's got him wide? Now watch him cut to the middle. And he has Hextall cleanly beaten off the post. Now look at Steve Thomas just take and just drive Tikkanen into the ice. I mean, those are things that the referee's got to start watching. Tikkanen drives to the net. Thomas picks him up nicely in the neutral zone and stays with him. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. Now watch.
Oh, one shot.
And it'll be even more. And then just drives him into the ice. That's the stuff that starts to frustrate players, and games will get out of hand because of it. Not that Tikkanen's an angel either, but still, you've got to watch that stuff.
That's a Tikkanen. Face off deep in the Islander zone. Rangers send on as Larmer and Tikkanen talk about the last rush down the ice. Good communication. I like, we pointed that out last night.
I think Larmer settles people down. He says always be part of the solution. Don't be the part of the problem. And he's a good, bright guy. Knows how to handle coaches. He's worked with Mike Keenan. Great guy.
Karpovtsev's shot was stopped by Hextall. Dennis Vasky moves the puck out of the zone. Jay Wells is there. Wells plays it back in the Islander zone. No score in the game. 6:45 gone by. There's a penalty upcoming on the Rangers.
And Mike Gartner in his forecheck knocked Vasky down. And I mean, I don't whine or cry about referees too often, but this is, you've got Adam Graves getting popped in the face. You've got Tikkanen driven into the ice, and then you've got a holding call made away from the puck. Gartner did. There's no doubt he did do it. But so this type of call gets frustrating when you see the other stuff that's happening.
Gartner for holding, 6:56. Second Islander power play. Let's see what happens.
See, Vasky's actually picking Gartner. So Gartner throws him down and goes after the man with a puck. I mean, you know what I mean? So that's what gets frustrating to Mike Keenan when he talks about refereeing in the league. Stuff like that, what we're seeing here, then all of a sudden you see a call like that where the man actually picks off Gartner, he tries to avoid him and flings him aside, and he ends up in the box. That's a very inconsistent call, or we're seeing inconsistent refereeing here in the first 7 minutes.
Should point out that earlier Nick Kypreos got a 10-minute misconduct. and he is sitting out. His involvement after the whistle. Here's Malakoff playing it down into the corner for Steve Thomas. It hit the referee Marawali. Back pass to Turgeon. Tees it up and shoots wide. Richter steers it to Kevin Lowe. Lowe with Zubov, Graves, and Messier for the Rangers. Rangers who are tied for the league lead in shorthanded goals with 18. Tied with Detroit. Off the boards, Turgeon didn't see it. Hit him in the skates. Lowe across to Messier. Off the boards, Malakoff takes it back. Vladimir Malakoff brings it across. He's hooked by Graves to slow him down. Gave it up to Messier, who clears. Tom Kurvers goes back for it. Rangers change their penalty-killing unit. Larmer, Tikkanen, Bukaboom, and Leach come on. Kurvers having trouble with Tikkanen. Able to get it to Flatley. Flatley's on with Ferraro and Thomas. Steve Thomas, the leading power play goal scorer for the Islanders, leading goal scorer on the team. And a two-line pass is whistled against the Islanders, stopping play. 51 seconds to go on the Islander man advantage. 11:54 to go in the first, and no score in the game. Mike Keenan looking on. We will have the Mike Keenan show for you tonight at 11:15 from the Nassau Coliseum. Vladimir Malakoff, the GM, Don Maloney on him. We believe Vladdy has the capability to be among the very best. But in order to be among the best, you have to play that way shift after shift, night after night. That's what we've been waiting for.
I think what he has to do is really concentrate during the offseason to prepare himself for a full season. He didn't last summer, and it's taken him a while to get his game in shape. He is the best scoring defenseman the Islanders have, and a terrific talent. Man, is he a good hockey player.
Richter stops it. 30 gave it away. Ferraro's got it back behind the net. Benoit Hogue. He's checked there by Leach. Moved aside by Bukaboom. Vasky pinching to try and keep it in. Around behind the net, Flatley and Hogue. Flatley's got the puck. Now Hogue. Ferraro's quick pass to Vasky. Across, sets up Kurvers. Save Richter. And the corner, Benoit Hogue. Out to Tom Kurvers and across to Dennis Vasky. Toward the net. Tip off the stick of Leach. Bounce down to Hogue. 8 seconds to go on the power play. Kurvers with a wrist shot. Tipped wide by Ferraro. Larmer to the puck. Tries to clear. Tikkanen got a stick on it. Kept in by Kurvers. Good play. Kurvers sets up Flatley. Flatley turns and deflected off of Brian Leach with that shot. Teams are back at full strength. Hogue with the puck. He's checked by Leach. Bukaboom plays it around the boards and out of the zone. Islanders now 0 for 2 on the power play. No score in the game. 10:45 to go in the first. Jeff Bukaboom finds Tony Amonte, and he's hit by Kasparaitis.
He loves to hit in the neutral zone. You give him credit when it's a high hit and a clean hit. Give him full credit. Not many defensemen can do it the way Kasparaitis does.
Now it's Nemchinov, who's on with Amonte and Gartner, cutting in. Gartner couldn't tee up a shot. Slides out of the zone of Marty McInnes. He's got Travis Green on the right. Green moves in, back pass to Delgado. He hits the outside of the net with a good shot. Lowe moves it around the boards. LaChance has it. LaChance is hit. And Gartner takes the puck. Out for Sergei Zubov. Zubov looking for Nemchinov off his skate. Kevin Lowe controls it. Midway point, first period. No score in the game. Hextall leaves it for Scott LaChance. Rangers have Messier, Graves, and Kovalov on now.
I think you're going to see the... No, you're not. You're seeing the fourth line against Messier. I thought you may see the Turgeon line come on the ice.
Acton, Dakota, and Maley on
This has to be a matchup the Rangers like. Now a quick change, and back comes the checking line after about a 10-second rest for the Islanders.
Green, Delgarno, and McInnes back on. Malakoff moves it up the boards. It's blocked by Wells. Cleared out to Marty McInnes. He moves in. Nice cut. Hooked away nicely by Kovalov coming back, and he lifts it clear. That was a good defensive play.
Yes, it was. And a smart play to dump it out of the zone, elevating the puck by Kovalov. The Islanders are finishing every check. Every time a Ranger has the puck, there's a body moving into him.
Kovalov pass, score! Adam Graves off a brilliant play by Alexei Kovalov. Hustling to the puck in the corner. Graves driving to the net. Rangers lead 1-0.
That's 45 for Graves. Great play by Kovalov. And I'm convinced that the checking line for the Islanders had been on the ice for a shift, to the bench for about 10 seconds, and then back on the ice. Well, the Rangers line against them were rested. And I think that their hustle by being rested is what pays here. Hextall did not control the puck. There's Kovalov putting it in front, and Graves beat his man. That's Vasky, the defenseman. Graves beat him, and it's 1-0 Rangers just past the midpoint here of the first period. Hextall had trouble with a dump in, and not often does he have that problem. That allowed the Rangers to get there, and Adam Graves gives them the lead.
Adam Graves moving up higher and higher on the goal-scoring list for the New York Rangers, tying Mike Gartner for the 5th highest goal total in a single season. And in center ice off the face-off, Keith Acton knocked down by Mike Hudson.
He got the stick right across his jaw from Hudson. Acton went down, certainly helping the penalty move along. You can see Acton trying to tell a referee, I'm hurt bad. he's over 1,000 games this little guy's played. So we'll see what the referee calls.
A real winner knows how to party right. Please use good sense when you drink. Know when to say when. A reminder from Budweiser.
No partying in the Rangers camp. There's Acton and Hudson battling, and Hudson comes up with a stick there.
Yow.
Right across the throat of Keith Acton. You have to be in control of your stick there. He used it obviously up high. So he gets the major, and when you see that replay, you can understand the call. And Acton will get 2 minutes. So no joy in Rangerland right now. I think the linesman may have made the call the way Messier is talking to one of the linesmen.
So the teams will skate 4 aside for 2 minutes, and then when Acton returns, the Islanders will have a 3-minute major advantage. Mike Keenan doesn't like the call. 2 minutes for high sticking to Keith Acton. 5-minute high sticking major to Mike Hudson.
With the stairs on right there. Across the ice to Dan Marawelli. Messier was talking to Brian Murphy, the linesman, so it may have been Murphy who went over and talked to the referee about the call. So 4-on-4 action here.
Kevin Lowe, Adam Graves, Mark Messier, Sergei Zubov for the Rangers. Kasparaitis with a hit on Messier, who shoves back, and Kasparaitis shoves back. And then the penalty coming up on Kasparaitis.
Messier did what he wanted.
Kasparaitis trying to low bridge Graves. Messier sets up Zubov for the shot, tipped over the top. Bounces down low, puts it in! Adam Graves! Adam Graves scores on the delayed penalty call. And the Rangers have a 2-0 lead on 2 goals by Adam Graves.
Every time something happens here, you hear the Islander fans cheering, then you hear the Rangers fans cheering. There's a lot of them here. A lot of Ranger fans in this building. Adam Graves battles. Mark Messier had drawn a penalty to an overly aggressive Kasparaitis. You'll see it here. There comes Kasparaitis back at Messier. The arms up. Messier then will skate away knowing that there's a delayed penalty happening. Graves battles, goes to the front of the net. There you see the shot towards the goal. Kevin Lowe can be in front because his team is going to get themselves a power play. And Graves scores. So the Rangers have a 2-0 lead. And Graves gets more attention on the bench.
And I believe Al Arbor is going to call a timeout.
He did that last night when it was 3-0. He called the timeout, tried to settle his team down.
Adam Graves got clipped by the stick of Brad Delgarno in the opening minute of play. There's Al Arbor talking to his team with a timeout.
Kasparaitis and Messier. Messier said before the series started that you have to play under control and allow the other team to do everything wrong. Well, he's tried to, and Kasparaitis has been trying to drive Messier nuts. Kasparaitis did so, as you said, Sam, last night against Lindros last time the Islanders met the Flyers. So Messier's not allowing Kasparaitis to get the best of him at all. And Kasparaitis is a minus on the play and would have had a penalty if the Rangers didn't score.
So, to recap, the penalties were at 10:53. Hudson with the high sticking call and Acton as well. And now Graves with 2 goals has moved up to a tie with John Rattel for 4th all-time amongst Rangers in a single season.
Now look at those names. And I see Adam Graves, and does he ever deserve to be there? The amount of money he now will be making, and then I think of the other names, what kind of money they would have made if they had played in this day and age, huh? Pierre LaRouche and others, Vic Hadfield, great players.
Still skating 4 aside. Rangers have a 2-0 lead. The chance was knocked down. Puck played ahead, but Fukaboom has it. Fukaboom with Leach, Gartner, and Nemchinov. Adam Graves with 2 goals in the game, 46 on the season. Kasparaitis has the puck. Travis Green lost it, and McInnes has it back. McInnes, Green, Kasparaitis, and LaChance. Travis Green played back. Here's Gartner. moving up ice. Gartner moves around Ferraro, slowed him down with his stick check, and then a hit by Pilon. Kasparaitis has the puck. Islanders go on the power play in 30 seconds. Ferraro winds up with a shot. Score! From the blue line, Ray Ferraro rips one over Mike Richter, and now it's a 2-1 game as the Islanders mount another comeback.
Through the screen, but it was a long shot, and it's 25 seconds before the power play starts for the Islanders. Kasparaitis moves the puck to Ferraro, and he just puts it on goal. You'll see the screen set up, but Richter's got time, and it did not hit the goal post or anywhere wide. It actually went about 2.5 feet inside the post, so Richter had problems, could not find the shot. You'll see it again. Look at the room on the catching glove side. Mike lost his angle. He got beat up high. The Islanders have not had much for offense, but that gets them in the game, and that's one Richter would like to have back.
Number 14 for Ray Ferraro. It's a 2-1 game with 7:25 to go in the first, and the Islanders go on the power play in 15 seconds. Vaski with the puck moving in. Vaski checked by Zubov, played toward the net. Lowe got a stick on it. Larmer looking for it. Zubov has it. Zubov leaves it. This is Tikkanen. Slides down to the Islanders zone. Vaski goes back to take it. Now Benoit Hogue, Islanders on the power play. A major advantage on the high sticking call to Mike Hudson. So if the Islanders score, they will remain on the power play. Graves' second goal was at 11:21. 2 goals in a span of 34 seconds for Adam Graves. His first one from Kovalov and Wells at 10:47. His second one from Lowe and Zubov at 11:21. Steve Thomas with a puck. Pierre Turgeon moving in. Rangers have Messier and Graves, Leach and Bukaboom. Turgeon to Thomas, blocked by Bukaboom. Turgeon with Thomas and King, Malakoff and Kurvers. Turgeon forced back by Leach. Malakoff downloaded Thomas. Pass across off the stick of Kurvers. Messier finds it and clears it. The Islander goal, Ferraro's 14th from Kasparaitis at 12:28, a minute 7 seconds after Graves' second goal. Minute 50 to go on the Islander power play. Wells to Karpovtsev and across to Messier. Messier with Gartner. Messier to Gartner. Gartner with a shot. Save. Hextall, and he's got the rebound.
Boy, Ronnie Hextall, very aggressive, very strange play, but he made the save and held on. Messier's been flying. Now having words with Steve Thomas. He knocked Steve Thomas down with a hard hit earlier on the shift. They now separate. Gartner was flying. He took the pass from Messier. And I think Ronnie Hextall was thinking that Gartner was going to go around the net. He had the stick extended, but Gartner put the puck on goal, and Hextall made the save. So there's still 1:38 to go on the major penalty to Mike Hudson. Face-off in the Islanders' zone.
Gartner with Nemchinov, Wells, and Karpovtsev. Islanders have Ferraro, Flatley, Hogue, Malakoff, and Vaski for the power play. It is their third power play of the game. They're 0 for 2. Ferraro against Karpovtsev. In the corner, Wells takes a hit from Flatley, moves the puck to Gartner. Tries to get by Vaski. He's able to get it out of the zone. Malakoff is there.
The one thing I think, Sam, the Rangers have done in this period. Whoop.
Here's Gartner breaking in. Gartner has it knocked away by Malakoff, and 3 players knocked the net off. Hextall, Malakoff, and Gartner. Good effort by Gartner, but big Malakoff with that long reach you talked
and
about.
He's got a good stride, too. The Rangers, however, much better than the last 2 periods last night and all the little battles that Colin Campbell talked about. The battles along the boards. Look at Malakoff turn, come right back, and then lean on Gartner with his big size, knocking Gartner over. That is not a foul. He reached in and he lifts the stick, and then he takes the body, shoving Gartner aside, and then he swept the puck away. That's a good effort by Malakoff to recover. And again, I don't think that was at all a penalty, as he made the good play. He took the stick, he got the puck, and took the body all at once.
Turgeon, Thomas, and King, LaChance, and Kurvers on for the Islanders. With a minute 10 to go in their power play, 5:17 to go in the first. Rangers leading 2-1.
You know, Colin Campbell talked about winning the races, getting the battles done for loose pucks. being strong. Much better effort by the Rangers here than what we saw in the second and third in New York last night.
Curvers had it blocked by Nemchinov. Curvers back for it. Nemchinov takes it away. Turgeon got it from him, and now Derek King with the puck. King sends into the Ranger zone. Richter stops it for Kevin Lowe. Fires all the way down. This afternoon, the New Jersey Devils move to 81 points on the season. Rangers have 86 with a 6-3 win over the Calgary Flames. Devils have won 4 in a row.
That was a very physical game. Very physical.
On the boards, Richter got a stick on it. Tikkanen gets to it, drives it out of the zone. And the Islanders may have time for one last rush on this power play. 12 seconds to go on the man advantage. Good pressure from Larmer, and then he got the stick into Malakoff and upended him. Tikkanen's got it. Tikkanen pulled down by Malakoff, who retaliated after Larmer had taken him down.
Well, Malakoff lost the puck originally. It looked like a good pass from Hextall to the big defenseman. When he lost the puck, that's when he got in trouble.
Rangers have a 2-1 lead with 4:11 to go in the first. So the team skate 4 aside, and in 4 seconds, the Rangers go on their first power play of the game. Mike Hartman was sitting out that major penalty to Mike Hudson. Acton against Messier for the faceoff. Islanders win it. Kasparaitis gets to the puck. Rangers have the man advantage. Hartman skates to the bench. Gartner steps on. Flatley's got the puck. Rangers leading 2-1. Kasparaitis offside Islanders. Bruce Beck is standing downstairs with one of our good friends. Bruce, take it away.
Sam, one of the compelling stories in the NHL this year, the comeback of Brian Mullen. And Brian Alharber told me before the game that he's starting to see some hop from you, especially this week.
Well, I feel really good. You know, I'm starting to get more comfortable in the practices. I'm getting banged around a little bit out there, and still having a lot of fun.
How's your strength?
My strength is I could get a little stronger, but I feel good. I think I'm ready to play, and it's going to be up to Al when he wants to use me.
And Brian is going to make the road trip next week with the Isles. Guys?
Thanks, Bruce. Brian looks great. He's at his playing weight, and he and his wife, Linda, shortly expecting their 3rd child. Linda very close.
Great stuff.
Zubov comes in on the power play. Messier with the puck swings it around to Gartner. Off his stick, he's got it back. Messier along the boards. Zubov reaches for it. Plays it to Gartner. Try to one-time it, but missed. Gartner, Graves, and Messier. Leach and Zubov for the power play. Messier holds. Leach is cutting in from the point. The back pass goes to Zubov. Across to Gartner. Turns on Acton. Acton and Flatley. Kasparaitis and the chance for the Islanders. Messier with the puck. Down low, Graves. Went right through the crease.
Patient penalty kill, patient power play here.
Gartner moves it around the boards. Messier goes into the corner. He's hit by Flatley. Messier still with the puck, trying to get it up the board for Zubov. Zubov pinches, but it's cleared out by Acton. 50 seconds to go in the power play for the Rangers. 2:55 to go in the first. Here's Gartner with some room. Goes around the net against Baskey. Gartner holds. Back pass to Leach. Now to Gartner, picked up by Baskey. Knocked down by Baskey. McInnes, checked by Graves. Kasparaitis. And Messier went from one side of the ice to the other to hit Kasparaitis and get the penalty. Cross the line, McInnes 2-on-1 with Baskey. Leach back. Here's Baskey. Save Richter. Great save by Mike Richter. A penalty upcoming to Mark Messier of the Rangers.
Can't believe Baskey missed the net. What a great setup that was. And Richter got, I think, his pad on, as you called, Sam. Earlier, Messier had Kasparaitis lined up and left his feet, I believe. You'll see Graves go into Kasparaitis and Messier. The elbow was up. The left elbow of Messier was up, and Marawelli makes the call. See Baskey driving to the net. Does Richter make the road trip and get there? He missed. Oh, he got it on the goal stick. Hey, it was going to go wide anyway, Sam.
Oh, come on.
Well, let's watch here. There's the shot. I think he, credit Richter with a great save. Oh, my. And Eagle Eye Rosen with the call. Let's watch here. Was it going wide? It would have been right inside the post. Beautiful play. Beautiful lunging effort by Mike Richter.
Messier for elbowing at 17:29 ends the Ranger power play in 20 seconds. The Islanders will get their 4th power play of the game. They're 0 for 3. Rangers leading 2-1. 2 goals by Adam Graves, giving him 46 on the season. Ray Ferraro scoring for the Islanders. 2:31 remaining in the first period. And following the first period, Bruce Beck will have Marty McInnis live in the studio downstairs. We'll have an update at the MSG Sports Desk, and then right back here for highlights. Andy and I will look at it.
4-on-4 action for 20 seconds, and then power play time for Pierre Turgeon, his team.
Turgeon, King, Curvers, and Vaski for the Islanders. Good takeaway by King. Turgeon looking. Bukaboom and Lowe for the Rangers. Lowe finds the puck, moves it aside. Tikkanen and Larmer on. Lowe has it again, looking for an opening. Skates it this time. Want to mention to the fans viewing in who might have caught the end of last night's game, Kevin Lowe expressed his apologies for some bad language that was caught on the air as he was heading off the ice the end of the game. A combination of frustration, the pain he was feeling, which forced him to sit out late in the game, and he says no excuses. I just apologize to the fans and any young fans who might have been listening.
Caught the language, and no apologies to the jerk who was yelling at him. That's from my point of view there.
Moved across to Curvers. Curvers saved by Richter. Thomas moves it to Turgeon. Turgeon holding. 1:05 to go on the power play for the Islanders. Malakoff. Turgeon, long shot, wide. Bounces down to Curvers. Back pass to Malakoff. Takes the shot. Deflected wide. Turgeon has it again. Turgeon holding. Looking to Malakoff. Holding. Larmer is there. Turgeon moving in. Pass blocked by Lowe. Thomas hit by Bukaboom. Thomas moves it back to Malakoff. 38 seconds to go on the power play. Steve Thomas across to Curvers. Curvers plays it in front. Missed by King. Hard pass from Curvers intended for Derek King. Shot by Thomas, blocked by Lowe. Tikkanen's got it, clears with less than a minute to go in the first period.
A great effort by Kevin Lowe in particular. Good block at the end, but a great effort knowing he's playing with the bad back. And again, the first unit for the Islanders can't score on the power play. They make a change.
See the time remaining in the period. Across the line, Marty McInnis. Marty McInnis pass blocked by Jay Wells. Kasparaitis across to the open man, Scott LaChance. Final seconds of the power play for McInnis. He scores! With 2 seconds left in the power play. Marty McInnis ties it. Great pass from the point. Sets up McInnis.
That was LaChance with the pass, and a great shot by McInnis. The quick shot, the accurate shot, and Mike Richter had no chance at all. It's a beautiful play. It really is. Kasparaitis uses the entire ice surface to move the puck across to LaChance, and he does the same thing to move the puck back to McInnis. And Green, number 39, skates through the middle to provide the pitch. And that blocks out the defenseman, and you see Richter has that long road trip. Great release by McInnis. That's a super play by the Islanders.
So once again, as they did last night, the Islanders respond after trailing. They have come back from 2 goals down to tie it. Messier chips it in front, comes to Karpovtsev, who fakes the shot. Karpovtsev, backhander. Graves finds it, gets it to Kovalov. He shot it wide. 8 seconds to go in the period. Around to Messier. Messier hit by Kasparaitis, and he hits back. Kovalov with the puck. Try to put it into the crease. It was blocked by LaChance. That does it. First period ends. Oh, man. Packed house here at Nassau Coliseum, loving it.
Well, they're getting their money's worth, there's no doubt. Kasparaitis, Messier, that is another chapter for that book that isn't finished yet. Kasparaitis gets 2 assists in the period. Man, the Al Arbor timeout works again.
Marty McInnis headed off. You saw him there. He scored the goal to tie it. Rangers got the first 2 goals by Adam Graves, and the Islanders respond on goals by Ray Ferraro and Marty McInnis. Rangers 2, Islanders 2, end of the first. Bruce Beck with Marty McInnis in a moment.
It was a long first period of Nassau Coliseum, but a heck of a first period of play. And the Rangers and Islanders are tied at 2, and Marty McInnis getting the goal late in that first period of play for the Isles to tie the game as they head into the locker room at the end of the first period. And Marty, talk about the fever pitch of this contest and the fact that both teams are playing with a lot of intensity.
It was pretty exciting out there. The Rangers got out to a quick lead again, 2-0 like they did last night, 3-0 lead. But kind of dig deep and hang in there, and you know it's going to be a good game. You know it's going to be emotional. Just try and hang in there.
What did Al Arbor say during the timeout?
He told us just to relax, and things are going to change, and things are going to go our way soon enough as long as we just don't panic and play our game.
Let's talk about your goal late in the period. It came off a pretty good feed, and you were in good position.
That was a great pass from Scotty LaChance here. Casper passed the puck over to Scotty, and I was raising my stick there hoping Scotty would see me, and I obviously saw me at the last second there and made a great pass.
20th goal of the year for Marty McGinnis in his 63rd game, and here's another look at the goal. Beautiful pass across, and nothing but the net. You know, you've been killing penalties very effective all year, especially here at home. Tell me about your philosophy.
Well, it's something we've been working on. We weren't doing that well at the beginning of the year, killing penalties, and with the addition of Ron Hexon, he's got the great weapon of shooting the puck out. Try and jump to the open lanes, and he fires the puck home. Maybe get a breakaway here and there, but it's been something we've been concentrating on as a team.
Marty, last year you were sent down to the minors, to Capital District, and instead of complaining, you went down there and you sucked it up, and you really used it as a motivational tool. Tell us about how you went down there to approach things.
Well, you can either go down there, complain and pout and say that you don't belong, or just go down there and work harder and try and prove that you do belong up in the NHL. And I tried to take the latter of the two and just go down there and work hard, and now show some confidence in me, and they brought me back up, and it's probably a good experience for me.
You're not going back, but at least it gets in the book, right?
Amen, exactly.
All right, lots of luck with the upcoming road trip and the rest of this game here tonight.
Thank you very much.
Marty McGinnis with 20 goals on the season and one in that first period. We're tied at 2. Bullet Bob Page coming up at the sports desk in a moment.
We're back. A look at the first period scoring summary brought to you by Amtrak's Metroliner service. 16 departures to downtown D.C. every business day. Adam Graves is 45th from Kovalov and Wells at 10:47. 34 seconds later, he scored his 46th from Lowen Zuboff. Then the Islanders coming back. Ferraro's 14th from Kasparaitis. And then on the power play, 2 seconds remaining in the power play, McInnes with his 20th. He scored one last night from LaChance and Kasparaitis. Kasparaitis 2 assists in the game. Rangers and Islanders 8 shots apiece. Islanders 1 for 4 on the power play. Rangers are 0 for 1. And now we are getting set for our Power Stick Power Play period. Tonight's contestant is Mike Miller from Hoboken, New Jersey. And Mike, just for being selected, you've won 2 tickets to an upcoming Rangers home game, and you've automatically been entered into the grand prize drawing for a trip for 2 to see the Rangers take on the Vancouver Canucks March 25th, courtesy of Power Stick and Delta Airlines. And if the Rangers score a goal this period, you'll also win a color TV. Good luck to Mike Miller of Hoboken, New Jersey. So we are at even strength. Mark Messier looks on. The Rangers are 1 forward down in the game, with Mike Hudson gone for the high-sticking major.
Speaking of forwards, the Islanders only had 3 shots on goal from their forwards in the period. 2 by McInnes, 1 from Ferraro. However, 2 of those went in the goal.
Kasparaitis slides it down. Richter comes out to move it around the boards. Graves, Messier, and Kovalov. Leach and Bukaboom for the Rangers. Kasparaitis with LaChance. Green, Delgarno, and McInnes. Intercepted by Leach on the long pass intended for Marty McInnes. Leach fires off the corner boards. Delgarno there to play it. Kovalov back. Now Leach. Both teams with tough schedules ahead. 2-line pass was whistled against the Rangers. Bruce Beck is standing by downstairs. Bruce had a chance to talk with Rangers assistant coach Dick Todd as the Rangers return to the ice. Bruce?
Sam, some perspective on the first period from Dick Todd. Number 1, the Rangers are pleased with a 2-2 score considering the amount of time they were shorthanded. Number 2, the team has got to cycle and keep the puck in deep, turn it down to the corner rather than pass it back to a covered point man and setting up a potential 3-on-2 situation against them.
Curvers with a shot. Rebound, score! Pierre Turgeon! Curvers with a big shot from the point. Turgeon there for the rebound. Islanders have scored 3 straight goals and lead 3-2.
Off the faceoff, Rangers zone. 45 seconds into the second period. Curvers has a great shot. There you see the faceoff controlled by the Devils. There's the shot. Big rebound. And the goal's in. And we're going to see Glenn Healy. And this should be very interesting to see what happens here. There's the shot. And Richter can't get there on the rebound. Should be very interesting to see how the fans react as Glenn Healy is getting ready.
Glenn Healy gets the call. As usual, I can say for a fact, John, he would have preferred to start the game.
Oh, yeah. Coming
in cold off the bench. And right now, his team needing a lift as the Islanders, here in the opening minute of the second period, have taken a 3-2 lead. So Glenn Healy back at the Nassau Coliseum, where he did relieve Mike Richter in the previous game in November when the Rangers were down 4-1 in that game. And the Islanders went on to win that game 6-4, and unfortunately for Glenn Healy, he took the loss. Mike Richter goes to the bench, having surrendered 3 goals on 10 shots in the game.
This is, I believe, the 8th goaltending change for the Rangers, or 8th time that Mike Richter's been
Mike
removed.
Richter has been replaced by Glenn Healy. Healy lets it go for Zubov. Opening minute goal by the Islanders gives them the lead. So one of the basic philosophies in hockey, John, don't give up a goal in the last minute, don't give up one in the first minute of a period, and the Rangers did both.
Well, Al Arbor called that timeout. His team has scored 3 goals since. That first goal was a killer.
Great shot at the glove save by Hextall, and he holds it.
That was Turgeon, his 25th from Kerbers, and Rich Pilon at the 45-second mark of the second period.
And Turgeon continues on his point-scoring streak, now has a 7-game point-scoring streak, picking up the goal since he returned from the injury. The Islanders 5-1-1 since he came back.
Last night in the Garden, the Islanders got a number of their scoring chances off the face-off. Now that last draw in the Rangers zone was out towards the blue line. However, it was still controlled as both defensemen touched the puck for the Islanders before Turgeon scored.
Onside, that's Benoit Hogue breaking in. Saved by Healy. Hogue hit by Karpovtsev. Karpovtsev plays it off the boards for Amonte. Taken away by Flatley. Centers for Ferraro. He missed it. And Healy put the stick into Ferraro. Just to get himself into the game, I think.
Good first save on the slap shot from Benoit Hogue for Glenn Healy. He actually looks real sharp.
Played across for Malakoff and out of the zone. This is Healy's first action since the game at Madison Square Garden against Boston when he relieved Mike Richter. That game, Healy came in the second period. Wells plays it to Gartner. Good play by Hextall to make the save. Puck is loose behind the net. Malakoff just holding on to Nemchinov, wouldn't let him go. Puck cleared out of the zone. And Wells comes back to get it. 2.5 minutes gone by in the second. Islanders have a 3-2 lead. Gartner plays it off the boards to Graves. Hextall knocked it aside. Graves has it again. Plays it in front. It was deflected. Messier looking for it. Gartner was tied up by Thomas. Puck out of the zone, and Bukaboom has it.
Even though the Rangers had the 2-0 lead in the first period, Hextall is not worried about the Rangers. He's worried about the puck, which was different than last night, if you think about it.
Messier for Kovalov. He scores! Beautiful feed from Messier to Kovalov, and the Rangers have come back to tie it.
Goal number 11 for Alexei Kovalov, and did he ever finish? What a shot. Messier with a beautiful pass in front. Hextall didn't have much of a chance at all, and the idea is to complete the play quickly, shoot it quick, before the goaltender has any chance of getting over. And Kovalov just drove the puck in towards the goal. Brian Leetch waits, very patient. Now Messier can take over. His team is patient. They stay on side. See Kovalov to the left side. He'll now drive to the net. Look at 4 Islanders over there. Turgeon reads the play, but he's too late getting to Kovalov. And we're tied up at 3, and we've got some game going. Messier speed to the outside. 4 Islanders watching him. 4 of them. And there's the beautiful pass, and Kovalov's finish. He just rattled the puck right into the back of the goal.
Messier continues his brilliant play. He has scored points in 20 of the last 23 games, and now the Rangers have rallied to tie. Hextall out to move it away from Kovalov. Kovalov with his 11th from Messier and Leetch at 2:55. Messier was knocked down by Kasparaitis. Kasparaitis going with Graves in front. Kasparaitis tripped up Messier and nothing called. Maruelli took a look, and that one he had to see. Battle along the boards. Graves challenges Kasparaitis. He wants a piece of him. Kasparaitis not going for it.
The first hit was a good hit on Messier, it appeared to me. And then he trips Messier, and it's not called. Now, this is, again, what gets frustrating for players. And when referees, they got to watch stuff. They got to see it. It's obvious. It's going to happen when this guy's on the ice.
Darius Kasparaitis, you follow him around, there's plenty of action around him.
Messier moves in and he ducks the check. That's a good play by Kasparaitis. And then Messier drives to the net and Kasparaitis tripped him up. And this is the one I don't understand why the referee doesn't make a call. Look at that.
Oh.
I mean, oh well, that's hockey.
Okay. The teams are at even strength and full strength on the ice.
And those two players, by the way, still on the ice. They're still opposite one another.
Kasparaitis bumps Messier. Here comes Delgarno. Saved by Healy. Messier away with the puck. Messier with Graves and Kovalov moving across the line. Offside whistle against the Rangers as Kasparaitis goes down.
And he just took a stick in the mouth from Messier, and the chance went over to get at Messier. The chance not noted as a fighter at all. Certainly moved over to stick up for his teammate. Kasparaitis wears the visor, and I think that may have protected him on it. Look, Kasparaitis now skates by the Ranger bench having words with everybody. He's getting it done.
And Messier is getting a penalty. And you can see the frustration on Messier. Kasparaitis has taken Messier out of this game.
But I agree with you totally, Sam, except for I believe that the referee is part of it. Now, Kasparaitis will go down. Watch Messier skate by and put his stick right towards the mouth. There. The visor saves Kasparaitis. And the way Kasparaitis plays, he should wear a full face shield to protect himself because the whole league runs at him. There he appeals to the referee, got the stick across the shield, and the play's called. See, I'm of the opinion, Sam, that yes, it's frustrating, and Kasparaitis is getting it done, but the official should be more alert than what he has been in this game to make the play the way they called it. The way I mean, he's calling it maybe the way he sees it, but he's missed a lot. Let's put it that way.
Messier in the penalty box for the second time, this time for slashing at .359. The last time the Islanders capitalized and scored on the power play. McInnes scoring 3 seconds before the power play expired. Islanders' 5th power play of the game. They're 1 for 4. Lowe clearing all the way down. Islanders have Malakoff, Kurvers, Turgeon, King, and Thomas. Rangers with Tikkanen and Larmer, Zubov and Lowe. 3-3 the score, 15:40 to go, second period. Puck deflected by Larmer. Nice play by Lowe to play it off the boards and clear the zone. And it hops past Kurvers. Kurvers comes back to get it. Tikkanen forechecking. Derek King takes the pass. Moves in on Zubov. Around the boards. Healy got a stick on it. Stops it. Looks for an opening. King with a good play coming in from behind Healy. Now Lowe helps out and clears. Hextall moves it quickly out of the zone, but that's a 2-line pass to Derek King.
One thing that's interesting here, the one power play goal the Islanders have, it was their second unit that scored the goal. It was actually the checking line. McInnes scored the goal. Last night, Kasparaitis was held up by Messier, and look at Kasparaitis go with the knees. That's when you develop a reputation around the entire National Hockey League. And he plays tough, he plays hard, he plays dirty. Talking about Kasparaitis, it's going to be tough to go like that every single night. The whole league's going to run at him.
Well, you know, that's what we said last year, John. He's still doing it.
Oh, yeah, well, he didn't do it in the first half of the season, Sam. He was nowhere to be found for the Islanders, but he certainly has been effective here in his... And isn't it interesting that he's been effective recently, and the Islanders have been effective recently winning games?
As he's returned to that, the way he was playing last
to his
season.
form. When you knock a Messier out of focus or a Lindros out of focus or the great players, you have a chance of winning games.
Off the corner boards, Leach bangs it out of the zone. Vasky and LaChance on for the Islanders. Good pressure from Demchinov. Demchinov on with Gilbert, Leach, and Bukaboom. Flatley brings it in, drops it off for Ferraro. He's checked by Gilbert and cleared by Leach. Good play by Greg Gilbert. 28 seconds to go in the Islander power play. 3-3 the scores. LaChance looks up ice. Graves has come on with Gartner. Flatley goes into the Rangers zone. Pass across to Ferraro. Now Tom Kurvers blocked by Graves. Graves gets to it. Skates it clear. Graves brings it in and shoots off the glove of Hextall. Bounces down. Zubov has it. Zubov trying to spin away from Flatley. Messier's back teams are at full strength. Benoit Hogue moves in on Lowe. Pass across to Kurvers. Kurvers sets it up toward the net, just wide. Delgarno against Gartner in the corner. Hogue has the puck. Back pass for Kasparaitis, but Graves tipped it clear.
Two number 11s on the ice again. Watch out.
Oh, Messier, he's just going at anybody now. McInnes moves to the net. It's blocked by Lowe coming over. Ferraro's got the puck. Shot toward the net, blocked by Lowe. McInnes trying to tee up a shot. Deflected wide off of Zubov. Off the boards to Graves. Out to Messier. Messier had it knocked away by Malakoff, whose arm reach, I think, is about half the ice. He's incredible.
He really is. He reads plays well, too, as does Kasparaitis. Both seem to be able to stand up in the neutral zone and read the puck moving to the player before the player gets the puck.
Tipped in by Tikkanen. 13:05 to go in the second. Game tied 3-3. Kasparaitis against Amonte. Amonte trying to ward off Maley. Maley takes the puck away. Tikkanen was taken down by Malakoff. The hitting is picking up. Karpovtsev across for Tikkanen. Hextall. And Larmer gave Kasparaitis a shove, sending him into the boards.
Doesn't it seem as if Kasparaitis is always on the ice?
We wonder if he's going to tire. Really wonder. The Maley's back with Tikkanen. Kasparaitis is driving somebody into the ice.
Yeah, that's Amonte. They're still going at it. Now Wells steps in.
And Dan Maruelli just watching.
He's just letting it go on. This is incredible. Okay, now he's finally sending the ball.
I mean, at the other end of the ice, look at Vakota. I mean, this is a referee. This is disgrace. This is a referee that's losing control. The puck was down towards the Rangers zone. Maley and Tikkanen were tied up in front of the exit to the left of Hextall, where the players go off the ice. And the referee's got the whistle down by his side. That's a disgrace.
Kasparaitis and Pilon in the Islanders penalty box.
Well, a lot of things happening all over the place. Kasparaitis and Amonte, a meeting there. Kasparaitis very strong on his skates, as you can see with his balance. Larmer pushes Kasparaitis from behind. This stuff is going on all over the ice with both teams involved. Kasparaitis there goes at Amonte, keeps him down there, drives him into the ice a little bit. Now Jay Wells will come over. Right here, pop him one. Now the referee hasn't blown the whistle yet, by the way. Now this is happening. Finally they get together here and the referee blows the whistle. Now when this is happening, there's two other players way back down, about 80 feet away from where these guys are, Maley and Tikkanen, and they're going at one another.
I have to point out, going back to February the 9th, Maruelli was the referee in Montreal. Rangers lost that game 4-3 in overtime. Mike Keenan was extremely upset. There were long meetings with the supervisor of officials that night after the game, complaining about Maruelli's work that night. Neil Smith came in afterwards. He was involved. There was some real serious complaints about the way Maruelli handled that game.
You know, Mike complains a lot, maybe sometimes too much. But, and I was not there in Montreal, so I have no comment on that. But in this game, and I'm not talking just about the Rangers side, it's both sides. He's just missing everything.
Rangers end up with a power play here after the Pilon penalty. Rangers have the puck cleared down the ice. This is the Rangers' second power play of the game. Amonte for roughing, Kasparaitis for roughing, Pilon for charging at 7:42. Rangers on the power play. Vasquez got the puck. Around the boards for Acton. And it slides out of the zone. Zubov and Leach, Messier, Graves, and Kovalov for the power play. McInnes and Green have come on with Malakoff and Vasquez for the Islanders, who have killed off 52 in a row on home ice. And have been absolutely brilliant penalty killing on home ice.
That's remarkable. And remember, Hextall's been a major part of that with his hot play at home.
3-3 the score, 11:20 to go, second period. Leach. Islanders got an early goal in the second. And the Rangers made a goaltending change as Glenn Healy replaced Mike Richter. Gartner leaves it for Leach. Now Nemchinov comes in. Nemchinov on with Tikkanen and Gartner. Tikkanen and Green in the corner. Gartner gets it through Nemchinov. Comes out. Back passes to Leach. Across to Zubov. Green on him quickly. Nice move. Zubov shoots wide. Behind the net. Hard hit by Curvers as he rode Nemchinov down. LaChance able to get it clear. Green after the puck. Zubov goes back to get it. 18 seconds left in the power play. Gartner heads up ice. Nemchinov without the helmet. Gartner gets in, gets the shot off. Sticked aside by Hextall. Puck taken away by Acton. Plays it back to Malakoff. Around the boards, Kevin Lowe pinching to keep it in the zone. Flatley trying to clear. He does. That does it. Kingsford full strength. Out comes Kasparaitis. Touches the puck.
Yeah, he lost his stick. He wasn't ready for it. It's a two-line pass, however. He thought he had a breakaway.
10-12 to go in the second. What does the coach think about this home-and-home series? Well, we'll find out tonight at 11:15 on the Mike Keenan Show right here on MSG Network.
He says, just another game.
Oh, yeah?
Right. This has been one tough 4.5 periods of hockey that we've seen in 2 nights. Kasparaitis has 1 goal in the season. Here he's thinking about a breakaway for a second. Whoops. Two-line pass. The puck's dropped, and here we go.
Garpup plays it off the board from Tikkanen. Game tied 3-3. Midway point of the second period. Rangers had a 2-0 lead. Islanders scored the next 3. Rangers tied it on the goal by Alexei Kovalov. Graves has the other 2. Tikkanen feeds Kevin Lowe. It's off the stick out of the zone. Lowe comes back to get it. Rangers healthy scratches tonight. Phil Bourque, Joe Kocur, Peter Anderson, Doug Lidster, and out with an injury, Eddie Olczyk with the thumb injury. Cleared out by Larmer to Nick Kypreos. Kypreos moves it on LaChance, plays it into the corner. Larmer goes to get it. Larmer pass across off the skate of Tikkanen, a little behind Tikkanen. Islanders race to get it. Derek King try to hit Turgeon on the move. Bukaboom stopped it. Steve Thomas comes in. Turgeon after the puck. Centers, and back is Larmer to intercept and clear the zone. Got LaChance back for the puck. Up the middle to Brad Delgarno. Travis Green after it. Bukaboom is there. Now Delgarno against Amonte. McInnes has it. Amonte sticking with him. McInnes still moving. Trying to get a shot off. Fell down. Appeals to the referee, but nothing called. And out come the Rangers.
He may have had a valid appeal.
LaChance plays it off the boards out of the zone. Again to Marty McInnes. Zubov is back. McInnes looking. Pass to Delgarno, and a good play by Graves to stop Delgarno. Had him checked closely.
Things have really tightened up.
Zubov breaks out, finds Graves. LaChance is back. Graves moves in with a shot. Save Hextall. Behind the play.
Messier and Kasparaitis.
Who else?
The Rangers had the puck, and Messier gets another penalty with Kasparaitis involved. Wow. I think we have an ISO on this. We'll see what happened. I did not see it. I was watching Graves with a 2-on-1. Kasparaitis starting to win the battle. It was into Messier. Oh, Messier had to stick up in his face. Now you can see why Kasparaitis wears the visor. He loves to agitate. He knows he's going to get popped. He knows he's going to get sticks to the face. So he wears the protection. Maybe I don't blame him.
He has absolutely done.
Oh, yeah, he has. He deserves full credit for what he's done in that respect. Absolutely. Messier gets a minor.
He's taken the Rangers' best player off the ice a couple of times in the game.
He's been winning that battle. Now, the only question I have is when he took the run at Messier, and Messier put the stick into his face, how far was the puck away from the 2 people, Sam? That's what my question would be on the play. However, it's a tough game, and he's playing it his way, and right now he's starting to get it done. I'm not saying I'm a fan of his by any means, but he's getting it done. And I don't think many people in the league like him, and he probably doesn't really care.
I don't think he does, John. Mike Hartman has gone to the penalty box. I believe Mark Messier has gone to the Rangers locker room, perhaps with an equipment problem. But Mike Hartman is in the penalty box.
Yeah, David Smith is still on the bench. Mike Folga, the equipment man, I think has gone to the locker room too, Sam. So that says something about Messier's equipment, maybe. You know, I remember, and I don't like to go again back to even when I played, but we had one player in the league in the years when I played, a guy by the name of Hilliard Graves. He was the guy that used to always hit low and go for knees. The players just detested the guy. We'd talk about him before games to be careful of him, and you know, and try not to let him get under your skin. If you get a chance, put your stick down his throat.
Hogue played it off the stick. Hogue scores! Healy didn't get back in time, and the Islanders have scored their second power play goal to regain the lead.
Goal by Benoit Hogue. Assist to Kasparaitis, even though he's sitting on the bench. He got it done. Glenn Healy had some trouble. He wants to be aggressive here with the puck, but you see he missed, and now he never recovers. And Benoit Hogue just goes to the net. He knows he's got Glenn Healy in a prone position. It's 4-3 Islanders. with their second power play goal of the game. Hogue was sharp, smart, found the puck, was casual, knew he had time, and he made the play.
So the Islanders have scored 2 power play games, both with Messier and
another
the penalty
goalie
box.
change. Now Glenn Healy's gone, Richter's back.
Wow.
It's an adventure.
Now this is a first. Now Healy is saying something to Mike Keenan. I don't know. Healy came off the bench and said something to Mike Keenan, and I think some of Healy's frustration is coming out here.
For the first time. Yeah, you can definitely see it. Absolutely. I don't blame him. He's a competitive sort, as is Mike Keenan. You know, sometimes words are going to be exchanged. And you know you've seen it before when Mike Keenan coached in Chicago with Eddie Belfour a number of times.
So here's another move by Mike Keenan.
Not even a full move.
Islanders have the lead, 7:50 to go in the second. We're still in the second period, and we have had lots and lots of things going on. Greg Gilbert with the puck to clear the zone. Hogue with his 29th from Flatley and Ferraro at 11:56. Second power play goal for the Islanders. And the packed house letting the Rangers know. Here's Turgeon to Thomas. The shot deflected by Leach. So Richter, who went out at 45 seconds in this period, penalty coming up to Steve Thomas behind the play as he took down Tikkanen. And the Rangers get a power play on the tripping call, and another penalty coming up to Thomas.
And Thomas said something to Marawelli. He gets the original for tripping, then he gets an unsportsmanlike. So 4 minutes go to Steve Thomas, and another strange call. I mean, the Rangers have really complained all game long to Marawelli about Kasparaitis, and not much has been said to the Rangers when they've complained. Steve Thomas says one thing, he gets slapped with 2 minutes.
May have said the wrong thing.
Well, yeah, I guess, burning, seething, competitive. Professional sports at times can be very, very, mean, can be very tough on people's egos.
Glenn Healy came in, made some good saves, then went out on the power play situation for the Islanders, mishandled the puck. It led to a goal. He got the quick hook. Mike Richter goes back in. And you can see, tells the story for Glenn Healy of late, the frustration he's had of not playing.
Well, as a former goaltender, I concur with his feelings. And I, as a competitor, I would do the exact same thing.
This was when Healy went off, came off the ice, saying something to Mike Keenan, expressing his displeasure with being pulled from the game. That came when Hogue scored 11:56. So Healy had basically played 11 minutes and 11 seconds. Rangers power play. Leach with the shot, and a save by Hextall through traffic. Leach in deep against LaChance. He's wrestled down by LaChance. Acton goes for the puck. Stopped at the line by Zubov. Then it's knocked down by Flatley, and he brings it clear and sends it down. The penalties, Thomas for tripping, and Thomas unsportsmanlike conduct at 12:47. Give the Rangers right now their third power play. Back-to-back minors, and the puck cleared out by the Islanders. 6:35 to go, second period. It was 2-2 end of the first. Islanders leading 4-3. Leach with the puck, finding Kyprios, who's on with Graves and Messier for the power play. Hextall moving it around the board, stopped by Kyprios. Kasparaitis up the board. Zubov keeps it in. Kyprios try to hit Messier, comes around the board. LaChance goes for it. Graves hits him. Good check. Hogue, but able to get it to Kasparaitis and out to McInnes. Kasparaitis joins the play 2-on-1. Pass blocked by Leach. McInnes has it back. Pass across to Benoit Hogue. Saved by Richter. Zubov with the outlet to Messier. Forced back by Malakoff. Islander fans getting on Messier.
Strange to see Kyprios on the power play.
Bukaboom is on. Lowe is on. Bukaboom's on as a forward. Offside Rangers. 2.5 minutes to go in the power play advantage to the Rangers. The 4 minutes in minor penalties to Steve Thomas. 5:43 to go in the second.
Mike Keenan changing everything here. Kovalov sat while Kyprios was on with Messier and Graves. Bookabom's up front. Kovalov now comes on. Kyprios stays on. And the power play continues with 2 minutes 30 seconds to go. Malakoff has been smart with a penalty-killing role for the Islanders.
The last time the Islanders gave up a power play goal on home ice was February the 1st to San Jose.
See here, we've got Kovalov at center ice. He won the draw, by the way, from Green, but you're not seeing Tikkanen.
Giveaway. Kyprios to Bookabom. Shot it wide.
Tikkanen, Nemchinov, you're not seeing them at center ice on the power play, Sam.
Look at this forward line. Bookabom, Kyprios, and Kovalov with Lowe and Karpovtsev for the power play, which is about to go into the second penalty. Kyprios taken down in front by Vaski. Kovalov moving with the puck into the second of the double minors. Karpovtsev shoots and it's blocked. Karpovtsev again. Past Kovalov. Malakoff goes for it. Around the boards, Kevin Lowe is there. He's hit by Delgarno. Lowe's battling for the puck. Moves it around to Kyprios. Past him. Kovalov against Malakoff. Now Kyprios holds in the corner. Malakoff on him. Pushes it away. Good check by Bookabom. Lowe is in deep against Malakoff. Puck up the boards. Delgarno comes out with it. Karpovtsev is back. Long shot deflects off Karpovtsev. Kovalov takes the puck. Rangers bring on Leach. And Hartman now seeing power play time. Messier has come on. 4-3 Islanders. 4:20 to go in the second as the puck is cleared down. Leach has it with 1:05 to go on the power play. Karpovtsev to Hartman.
Maybe Mike Hartman's first shift of the game, John.
Hartman with a hit on Acton. Acton trying to take it away. Messier works it loose. Amonte's on and has the puck. Out to Zubov. Back to Amonte. Hartman sets up in front. Battling LaChance. Messier looking. Leach was tripped up by Flatley. Not detected. Zubov plays it off the boards. Messier couldn't handle it. It's cleared. 35 seconds to go in the power play. Zubov on the move. Slowed down by McInnes, hits Leach. Leach carries in. Leach against LaChance. Drop pass. Shot by Hartman. Is a save. Rebound went wide by Amonte. Leach back to Zubov. Zubov shoots. Blocked in front. Back pass from Amonte is out of the zone. Zubov plays it across to Leach. 10 seconds left in the power play. Lead to Messier. In against Kasparaitis. Messier back to Zubov. Now to Messier. Looking. Hogue checks in. Power play is over. Thomas is back. Zubov plays it in deep. Knocked away by Kasparaitis and cleared out. Teams are at full strength. Here comes Marty McInnes. McInnes pass blocked by Leach. McInnes again. Back pass. Open man. Malakoff. Malakoff shoots wide. Hartman's got the puck. Fires it down the ice. It's blocked by Hextall. 2:50 to go in the second. It's wild.
These fans are loving it.
Here's an icing on the Islanders. It will take a breather. The fans love it. The Islanders lead the Rangers 4-3. Mike Richter started the game, was lifted 45 seconds into the second period after giving up 3 goals, was put back in after Glenn Healy was scored upon at 11:56.
Brian Leach and Hartman. Hartman had a good shift on the power play. It was a good save, and a Monty shot just trickled wide. That may have been the best scoring chance the Rangers had on their power play. This shot never got through as it was deflected up high in the slot. Hartman, I thought, Sam, had a heck of a strong shift. You could see that he has good, strong legs, as he did not dress last night. Hasn't played much, period, really. But he's fresh, and the legs really seem to show on that shift. Now another shift here. It looks like Tikkanen's sitting. Tikkanen seems to be sitting as Kovalov gets another shift at center ice with Kyprios and Greg Gilbert.
Wells and Karpovtsev on defense. Gilbert to the puck, holds it. Turgeon with Thomas and Hogue on for the Islanders. And Turgeon able to force his way out of the zone. Steve Thomas comes in. Kovalov back. Save Richter. Using Kovalov as a screen. Tough shot by Steve Thomas. The puck cleared out of the zone. 2:20 to go in the second. 4-3, Islanders leading it. Thomas moves in. Pass intended for Turgeon. Thomas fires wide. Vaski gets to it. Following the second period, Adam Graves. That pass in front from Malakoff to Turgeon. Turgeon taken down. Penalty coming up to Kovalov. Turgeon behind the net is hit by Karpovtsev. Puck moves to Thomas. Thomas with a back pass. Shot by Ferraro. Saved by Richter off the glove. And now the whistle stops playing a power play to the Islanders on the tripping call to Alexei Kovalov.
How the Islanders worked for this one. Late in the period, 1:49 to go. Some good hard work in the offensive zone. Plays around the net. People going to the net. And Kovalov given the penalty for tripping. See the play where you have the player Turgeon driving to the net, and he's reaching, and he's hooked in from behind by Kovalov. You can see Kovalov's got the stick into the midsection.
The tripping call. Mike Keenan looks on. 7th power play for the Islanders. They're 2 for 6 in the game after being shut out last night in 3 tries. They've gotten 7 tonight and scored twice. Goals by Hogue and McInnes. Even strength goals by Ferraro and Turgeon. Tikkanen is on as a penalty killer with Larmer, Lowe, and Bukaboom. Larmer able to get it out of the zone. Finds Tikkanen with Kurvers back. Tikkanen shoots. Saved by Hextall. Kurvers and Malakoff. Flatley, Hogue, and Ferraro for the Islander power play. Graves with 2 goals. Kovalov with 1 for the Rangers. Bukaboom plays it off the boards. And it slides down in the Islander zone. 1:20 to go in the second period. Almost a steal by Greg Gilbert. Adam Graves will be Bruce Beck's guest following the second period. Live in our studio, Bob Page has an update at the MSG Sports Desk. And JD and I will look at second period highlights. Hope you'll stay with us. And a lot more action to go in this one. It's 4-3 with 1 minute to go in the second period. Zubov shoots in. Hextall leaves it for Kurvers. Gilbert and Nemchinov on for the Rangers. Kurvers fires in. Leach checks Thomas. Thomas comes off the boards with the puck. Pass across and a shot. Saved by Richter on Turgeon.
Richter's been very good since he's been put back in. He made a glove save earlier, 2 or 3 shifts ago. That was a great save. And here he shows a lot of patience. Actually, with Steve Thomas having such a good shot, and he's got 31 goals in the season, I thought he may shoot the puck, but he's unselfish. I thought he may shoot it right here. Instead, he moves it across, and Richter moves across with the pass, makes a good save, as Kurvers was looking for some kind of a rebound. 41.1 to go here, seconds-wise, in the second period. And with Richter hanging on, it's a defensive zone face-off.
Mike Richter with 32 wins on the season.
Not sure what this is now. Marawelli was having words with Al Arbor. Things settle down, and Turgeon directs some traffic to prepare for the draw. The Islanders have been good on draws.
They were good last night as well. Nemchinov won that one from Turgeon, and Karpovtsev able to clear it down the ice. Gilbert and Nemchinov on with Wells and Karpovtsev. Vasky plays it off the boards. Richter comes out to play it. Up the board. Tipped in by Vasky. Cleared out by Gilbert. Hextall steers it to Kurvers with 15 seconds remaining in the second period. 20 seconds to go in the power play for the Islanders. Richter out to stop the puck. Karpovtsev there. Drives it around the boards. Stopped by Kurvers. Blocked by Gilbert. Played by Thomas. His shot was blocked. That's the period. Wild period. Wells
got hurt on the play,
shaken up on the play to end the period, holding his left arm close to his body. And first off, we want to say congratulations to Mike Miller. The Rangers scored a goal in the Power Stick power play period. And Mike Miller, you've won a color TV. Tune in to Rangers games through March 14th for more Power Stick power play periods. Glenn Healy came into the game replacing Mike Richter early in the second, then was lifted after the Islanders took the lead at 4-3. Mike Richter going right back in, and Healy was upset about it. The Islanders, 2 goals in the first period, 2 more in the second, and at the end of 2, the Islanders head for their locker room, leading Mike Keenan and the Rangers 4-3. Bruce with Adam Graves when we come back.
New York Islanders lead the New York Rangers. 2 periods complete at Nassau Coliseum. The score is 4-3. And Adam Graves, who has 2 goals for the Rangers, joins me in the studio. And you were cut very early in the game. Did it motivate you?
I don't know if it motivates you or whatever. It's something that happens during the game, and every player at one point or another gets a few stitches here and there, and it's not that big a deal. You just keep playing and keep going on.
Kasparaitis is doing his best job at instigating. How important is it for the Rangers to keep their composure?
Oh, obviously, we can't afford to be in the box, but in the same token, it's gone both ways where as much as we've had our sticks up, they've had their sticks up. So, we got to capitalize on our power play chance. We had 2 late in the period there, and we have to score on chances like that, and that's the key. Specialty teams mean so much. You've seen that throughout the season. We've done so well on our specialty teams. It's helped our overall record, and once again today, it's very, very important. So we're going to have to get out there and get an early goal.
The goalie changed from Richter to Healy back to Richter. Does it affect the players?
No, I think I know we're confident in whoever goes in net, whether it's Heels or Ricky Rod, and it was just one of those things where, maybe he was just resting Ricky Rod or he wanted to change or get a rest, or I don't know what the case may be, but whoever's in net, we're confident with them.
You signed a lucrative contract early in the week, and yet you seemed embarrassed by it, almost didn't want to talk about it at all. Why that approach?
Well, I think obviously stuff like that is private. I know I'm very, very fortunate to have signed something like that, and I'm lucky. Neil Smith's been very, very good to me, as well as the New York Rangers organization, and I couldn't have signed that contract if it wasn't for the help of my teammates, and you can never forget that. And one thing that, although it's lucrative and everything else, money doesn't change anything. You just have to be happy, and as long as you're happy, it really doesn't change anything. Although maybe it gives you a little more stability later on in life. But for the meantime, it's not going to change my style of living or anything for that matter. But I really appreciate it. I love playing for the Rangers, and I hope to play here for a long, long time.
Good luck to you in the 3rd period.
Thank you very much.
Adam Graves with a couple of goals in the game, and it's 4-3. Isles at the end of 2. Sports Desk coming up.
New York Rangers hockey is brought to you in part by Nobody Beats the Wiz. For state-of-the-art home electronics, computers, cameras, music, movies, and more, nobody beats the Wiz. And by Modell Sporting Goods, where you'll find top brand names and low, low prices. Nike, Starter, Champion, and more. Call 1-800-ASK-MODELLS for the Models nearest you.
Rangers and Islanders out for a big 3rd period. The second period scoring summary is brought to you by Mitsubishi, the new thinking in automobiles. Pierre Turgeon with his 25th from Kervis and Pilon at 45 seconds gave the Islanders a 3-2 lead. Out went Richter, in came Healy. Kovalov tied it on a great feed from Messier. Leach also assisted. And then power play goal for Benoit Hogan, 11:56, gave the Islanders a 4-3 lead. Out went Healy, back came Richter. Shots on goal for the period. Rangers 12, total 20. Islanders 9, total 17. Richter, facing 14 shots, has given up 3 goals. Healy had faced 3 shots and given up 1 goal. And that goal, the go-ahead goal, Healy looks a little calmer right now. The Islanders have the final seconds of their 7th power play. 11 seconds remaining in the penalty to Alexei Kovalov for tripping. And the Rangers are 0 for 4 on the power play in the game. The Islanders are 2 for 6.
Now, last night, the Rangers had 7 power plays. The Islanders had 3. So it's role reversal in that situation.
Kovalov is back, and the teams are at full strength. Islanders 2 for 7 on the power play. Travis Green for Marty McInnes. Trying to break through. Here comes Green. Missed the puck. Bukaboom checks in. Around for Kovalov. Kovalov on with Messier and Graves, Leach and Bukaboom. Kovalov carries in. Still with it. Kovalov still has it. Pass goes all the way through. Messier takes it off the boards, and Kasparaitis checks in. Leach couldn't shoot the bouncing puck. Graves' shot is blocked by LaChance. McInnes off the boards and out. Islanders change. Messier goes deep into the Islanders zone. Hextall playing it away from him. Gets tangled up with Messier. Puck off the boards. Kept in by Sergei Zubov with the shot off the glove of Hextall. Looked at his glove to see where the puck was. Kevin Lowe has it. Around for Mark Messier. Long shift for him. Long shift for Kovalov. His shot off the skate of Kasparaitis. Hextall got a piece of it. Kovalov turns. Pass was tipped. Out of the zone it goes. Low back for it. Turgeon, Thomas, and King on for the Islanders with Malakoff and Baskey. Tikkanen on with Nick Kyprios and Steve Larmer. Malakoff with Kyprios forechecking. Malakoff holding. Fires up the middle all the way down. This will be an Islander icing. No, Richter comes out to play it. Off the boards and out. Larmer's got it. Tikkanen takes it. Takes the shot. Save Hextall. The rebound. Kyprios was tied up by Malakoff.
Malakoff saved a goal, I think. Is he ever strong as he held up Kyprios?
Zubov pushing the puck ahead. Gets tied up by Turgeon. Zubov trying to keep it alive. Turgeon trying to clear. And the Islanders lift it out.
Good start to the third period for the Rangers, but they can't get that clean shot.
Rangers have not won in their last 15 visits to the Nassau Coliseum. 0-12-3. The last time they won was in October of 1989. Steal by Wells. Backhander save Hextall. Rangers trying to stuff it in, and Hextall denies them.
Hextall kept his cool. Years past, when the players were jamming away at the puck, he would have gotten up and used his big goal stick like a baseball bat, gotten himself in trouble. However, here, he kept his cool nicely.
Doesn't get easier for the Rangers. The Detroit Red Wings, one of the best in the NHL, coming to town on Monday night. And it all begins with Sports Desk, followed by Rangers game night, and then the Rangers and the Detroit Red Wings.
Rangers came close. The shot by Tikkanen's on goal, and the rebound gets away from Hextall. Now look at Kyprios right there, but he's covered nicely by Malakoff, who is so strong. He got the job done. Scotty Bowman. Congratulations to him. It's over 1,000 wins now, career-wise for him, including playoffs. Many great wins for Scotty, getting it going in Detroit. And some of the Red Wings having great seasons. Fedorov, of course, chasing Wayne Gretzky for the scoring title. And Ray Shepherd. What a year. Huh? Wow.
Great to see him. Red Wings, well, Shepherd and Fedorov are up amongst the leaders in the league in goal scoring. Red Wings had a tough loss in overtime to Toronto, 6-5 last night. They'll play at home against
it was in Detroit.
Yeah, against Toronto. Yeah. And they will play at home against Buffalo tomorrow.
And are they going to make a deal for a goaltender? Glenn Sather said that they will not trade Bill Ranford, their goaltender in Edmonton. If they do, it would be a summertime deal. Some say that Grant Fuhr will be in Detroit.
A shot. Who knows? I heard that rumor, John, that they may be close to making that deal.
I heard it from you.
Baskey toward the net, blocked in front. Ferraro took a cross-check from Jay Wells. Puck back in the Rangers zone, cleared out by Karpovtsev. Monday night is a New York-Detroit night. The Knicks will be in Detroit. Whoa! Gartner went to hit Baskey, and Gartner went flying. Knicks will be on MSG2 Monday night against the Pistons, while the Red Wings come to Madison Square Garden. We'll have it for you right here on MSG Network. Bukaboom fires in off the glass. Vakota against Gartner. Vakota moves it around. It's Vakota with Maley and Acton toward the net. Tip. Rolls into the corner. Gartner was taken down by Pilon. He takes down Pilon. Bodies flying everywhere. And Acton's out with a puck. Vakota with him. Acton dumps in and chases. Gets to it. Gets hit by Leach. Into the crease. Covered up by Mike Richter. Vakota and Bukaboom.
Vakota and Maley have not had much ice. Amonte and Acton's kind of behaved himself, Sam, in the last couple of games here with the Rangers.
He was very quiet last night.
He drew a major to start the second period to Mike Hudson, but he's been quiet for him.
Now Tikkanen and Acton
the Islanders
had a little chat.
Want to be careful here. This is an infrequent shift for their fourth line, and they just want to make sure they don't put their team down a man on the power play. Words by Vakota with Tikkanen. Tikkanen bumps Vakota. Al Arbour sees the Rangers make some changes. I'm sure that Al Arbour may make a change. Now, as Richter gets the puck here, Bukaboom moves in and has some words with Vakota. Bukaboom is, over this season in particular, when he has been involved with the physical play, fighting and such, been against the other team's big boys. He's done remarkably well. Al Arbor did make a change. He got Turgeon line on the ice.
Turgeon Thomas and Derek King with Curvis and Pilon. Islanders control the faceoff, but it rolls out of the zone. Rangers have Amonte. This is Karpovtsev coming in with a shot. Glove save by Hextall.
That's a great shot, and that's a great save. That was an absolute rocket. As the Rangers move up ice against Turgeon's line, they backed everybody in, including the defense, Curvers and Pilon. And Karpovtsev, the defenseman, moves up. Look at this. Look at everybody back in. Great shot. A terrific save by Hextall on a rocket. Look at the defenseman. It's a 3-on-3, yet they really back in. You can see Hextall can see the shot. The accuracy of the shot was right on the top corner, and a good save.
Deacon and Amonte and Hartman on for the Rangers with Karpovtsev and Wells. Ball start on the face-off. Turgeon is chased. Benoit Hogue comes in to take the draw. 3:39 gone by in the third. Islanders holding a 4-3 lead. Around the boards and out of the zone. Karpovtsev goes back to get it. Turgeon bearing down on him. Quickly around to Amonte. Clears the zone. Derek King takes over. Back the other way to Turgeon. Amonte picks it up. Lost it to Pilon. Rich Pilon sends in. And the Islanders change.
Here comes the five-man unit. The checking line, LaChance and Kasparaitis for the Messier line.
Messier fires in. Hextall has it go by him. Graves with a bump on Delgarno. Messier with a hit on LaChance. Kasparaitis plays the puck off the boards and out. Travis Green gets to it. Delgarno to the far right side. Green for Delgarno. Missed it with Graves checking him. And that could be payback for what happened in the first period when Delgarno got the stick up on Graves. Graves got the stick up here on Delgarno.
It was a 2-on-1, ended up a 2-on-2. Graves turned around and faced Delgarno, and as the stick came across, or pardon me, the puck went through to Delgarno, all of a sudden Delgarno's stick was up in the air and he was down. And I don't know how Graves got. Obviously he's been cut to the chin. He wears the visor because of a previous fractured orbital bone in a fight with Joe Kocur a few years ago. Now he wears the visor because of that. Now Adam Graves, he got caught on the very first shift of the game with a stick. I don't know, we can't say it was on purpose because we didn't see it.
Right.
And the stick caught Graves, he was cut. Now here, obviously Delgarno's been caught, and I don't know if it was on purpose. And we'll take a look at it. The puck will go across. Graves is picking his man up, and there's a stick. He went to lift the other man's stick up, and he caught Delgarno in the face, and he has to be responsible for a stick. If he does not get a penalty, he's a very fortunate guy.
I think so.
The stick right to the face. Look at the stick of Delgarno as he took the shaft of the stick from Graves right across his chin. And the referees, all three of them missed that one, and Graves is a lucky man.
And I think that was a payback, John.
Possibly, sure. I mean, we can't read minds, Sam, but it's a possibility.
15:32 to go in the third. Delgarno on the bench, nursing the cut on the chin. No penalties called on the play. Islanders holding a 4-3 lead. Richter out. Puck past him. Kovalov is there.
I don't know if I've seen so many things missed in a game before. Both ways, as I said in the second period.
Chance for Travis Green. He turns. Drops it down the boards. McInnes fell down. Leach moves the puck around for Graves. Hops past him, and Green plays it in deep for Patrick Flatley. He's bumped by Kovalov. That's what the Rangers were upset with Maroueli up in Montreal on February the 9th, John. They felt he just missed so much. Back pass. McInnes plays it down the boards. LaChance pushes it. Graves takes it. Fires out. Messier with Kasparaitis back. Messier cuts in. Pass into the middle, offside whistle.
Mark Messier moves up ice. He goes to the right side all the time. The left defenseman, it's his job, and that's Kasparaitis. They meet again.
Messier and Graves talk things over on the bench. Let's see what happened on this play by Messier.
It's an offside, but Kasparaitis is the left defenseman. Messier, when he played with Edmonton, loves to go up the right side of the ice. Kasparaitis was waiting for him over there. Paul Coffey, when he skates up the ice, we'll see with Detroit on Monday.
Yeah.
He goes to the right side. It's just something these two players have done for years and years and years. The left defenseman is the key when Coffey's on the ice. The left defenseman's the key when Messier's on the ice.
Lowe lifts into the Islanders zone. Islanders holding a 4-3 lead. 5.5 minutes gone by in the third period. Slides out of the zone. Turgeon against Zubov. Tikkanen has the puck. Tikkanen on with Kyprios and Larmer. Low dumps in. Pilon and Larmer go for the puck. Larmer gets knocked down. Kyprios looking for it. Islanders gain control. Turgeon to Curvers. For Thomas. Taken back by Tikkanen. That hit Kyprios as Tikkanen tried to shoot it in. Islanders break down. Derek King drops it. Thomas shoots. Went wide. Nice poke by Richter away from Turgeon. Then Chinov ridden down hard by Derek King. Larmer shoots in. Off the corner boards to Greg Gilbert. Went off the shaft of the stick. Lost control. And then Chinov couldn't get there. Baskey trying to control it. And the whistle stops play. And the Islanders don't know why. The Rangers don't know why.
You're having a bad day. You're having a bad day.
Time for an update at the MSG Sports Desk. For that, let's go to the Bullet, Bob Page. Bob?
From Tampa, here's one you won't believe. 12:19 of the second. Darren Pupa innocently out to clear the puck, but he hits his own defenseman, Chris Joseph. Boomerangs back into the net, credited to Chris Pronger. 2-1 Whalers. Sam?
Whalers won at Florida last night, 2-1. Now have the 2-1 lead. Embarrassing when you put it in your own net. Let's see what happened here.
Yeah, the puck was out of view for a moment and then squirted loose. The Rangers get frustrated again. Hartford trails Quebec by only 4 points now.
Ferraro taken down on the play. Nemchinov gets the puck. Still with it, working against Baskey, who's got him wrapped up. Gartner swings it around the far side. Leach against Benoit Hogue. Good hit by Hogue. Nemchinov against Baskey again. And then Baskey's got him wrapped up and holding on as Nemchinov tries to keep it alive. A penalty call. And it's in front.
Oh, yeah. Baskey's hold. I should be seen and not heard. And since I can't be seen, maybe I'll be heard. I mean, you work hard, you work hard, you work hard. Hogue threw a great check. That's stuff you like to see. When you have a guy, taking the man out in front, taking the guy out behind the net, after a while you get frustrated. Finally, Marawelli makes a call. Good hit. Just right now we miss it. And there's a hit way behind the play. Marawelli lets that go. There's some tackling behind the net as we're watching this play. He's letting that go. And then finally in front, he makes the call. I mean, he could have called 5 different things. And when players work hard, you deserve to have some calls made.
Gilbert knocked down, and when Gilbert went to the Ranger bench, he got some flack from the Islander bench, and he did some yelling back at them as he was going off. Malakoff in the penalty box for hooking at 6:46. Hooking is a strange call, but that's the official call. Now it's changed to high sticking at 6:46. Just changed to high sticking. Rangers' 5th power play. They're 0 for 4. Leach toward the net. It's blocked. Rangers have scored power play goals in their last 12 games coming into play tonight. They need one here. They're down 4-3. 13 minutes to go in the third. Good pressure from Turgeon on Zubov. Here's Messier with speed. Messier goes in and shoots. Save. Hextall. Rebound. It went off. Someone. Shot by Zubov. Save made by Hextall. Moved up by LeChance. Zubov again. Beats Leach. McInnes out on him. McInnes and Turgeon for the Islanders. The puck off the stick and Zubov out of the zone. Messier, Graves, and Amonte up front. Leach comes in against LeChance. Flatley is on with Turgeon. Kasparaitis with a hit on Amonte. Amonte in the corner against LeChance. Leach with a back pass to Graves. He missed it. Rangers get onside. Messier pressed by Flatley. Good work by Patrick Flatley, forcing Messier all the way back. Leach gave it away to Flatley.
There's a terrific penalty-killing job by Flatley. He's not real quick, but he reads plays well. Did a nice job for the Islanders at the end of a shift.
Zubov with 45 seconds to go on the power play. Baskey got a stick on the puck. Pilon picks it up. Off the board, stopped by Kovalov. Larmer's got it, looking to get it to Tikkanen. It slid off his stick. Delgarno has it. Stopped by Zubov. Zubov moves down the slot. Zubov backhand to Larmer, broken up by Baskey. Lowe has the puck. 25 seconds to go in the power play. Kovalov looking. Larmer's in front against Pilon. Kovalov holding. Pass to Kevin Lowe. Now to Zubov. Looking, shooting. It's blocked and cleared by Keith Acton. With 10 seconds to go on the power play and 11:20 to go in the third. Islanders holding a 4-3 lead. Gartner Gets into the zone and shoots high off the glass. The rebound to Gartner wide behind the net. Team's back at full strength. Rangers 0 for 5 on the power play. Kasparaitis moves it to Hogue. Wells chases it down. And the crowd alive again as Gartner feeds Wells. Wells sends it in. Nemchinov with Gilbert and Gartner for the Rangers. Hextall moves it. Picked up by Turgeon. Turgeon with Steve Thomas. Slowed down by Karpovtsev, who's able to slide it out of the zone. Nemchinov moves in. Malakoff is there. Nemchinov for Karpovtsev. Malakoff knocked it away with a big stick. Steve Thomas for Pierre Turgeon. Leach is there, takes Turgeon out of the play. Gilbert has it. 10:25 to go, third period. No scoring here in the third. Islanders lead 4-3. A steal by Ferraro. He missed the net. As it was tapped away, Ferraro picked up the loose puck, but he missed the net with a shot. Ferraro had the first goal on Mike Richter in the game. Ferraro dropped past to Flatley. He stopped. Good play by Leach, who clears the zone. Midway point, third period. 10 minutes to go. 4-3. Islanders lead it. Pilon around for Hogue. Tikkanen's there. Shot by Bukaboom. Score! Deflected by Mike Hartman. The Rangers tie it on Hartman's first goal of the year. Well, isn't that a strange combination? Bukaboom and Hartman.
He got to the front of the net. He didn't even know the puck went in until he turned around and looked. Bukaboom put the puck towards the goal, and Hartman was in position. Good hustle in deep. Pick play, as you see there, along the boards. And Bukaboom put the shot on goal. The deflection was there. It was either Amonte or Tikkanen who interfered along the boards to allow Bukaboom time for the shot. Hextall was moving out. Never did see it, I don't think, until it went by him. And I believe it did hit Hartman. There's Amonte forcing the play here. Now here's Tikkanen holding up the winger trying to get out. There's the shot, and Hartman's in front. What a game. Whoa.
If that is Mike Hartman's goal, and we believe it is, it would be his first goal in 51 games. He's gone 50 games without a goal. His first as a New York Ranger. The last time he scored was January 24th of last year, before he was traded to the Rangers.
Probably didn't know where the Black Aces were sitting to say hello.
That's
the
right.
Building.
Nemchinov swung and missed. So the game tied 4-4. Nemchinov shoots, saved by Hextall. Rangers getting some chances now. 9:20 to go in the third, and the game is tied at 4. Rangers led 2-0. Islanders led 3-2. Rangers tied it. Islanders led 4-3. And Hextall covers up in the crease. Kasparaitis was bumped by Kyprios. Play stops with 9:07 to go in the third, and the game tied 4-4. They have announced Jeff Bukaboom on the goal, so we'll hold off for the celebration for the Black Aces.
If it is, indeed is Jeff's goal, it's his 6th. That's a career high for a season for Jeff Bukaboom. Congratulations to him. If Hartman does not get the goal, you at least give him credit for having the presence of mind to get in front. There was a great save by Hextall on Nemchinov as the Rangers continue to roll here. Face-off win by the Rangers. Another shot from the point. And Hextall makes a save. The puck may have been going wide. The Rangers have had a strong third period here. Remember, too, though, when Leach had trouble with the puck, Ferraro had the partial breakaway. And he missed the net high and wide on Richter. It would have given the Islanders a 2-goal lead. Rangers came right back and scored not long after. We're tied at 4. 9:02 to go here in the third period.
Bukaboom's goal unassisted at 10:55 to tie it. 4-4. Larmer, Tikkanen, Kyprios on for the Rangers. Kyprios checked by Malakoff. Turgeon slides it to Hogue. Hogue moves in on Karpovtsev. Karpovtsev stays with him. Steve Thomas in the corner. Thomas checked by Kyprios, who pins him in the corner. Thomas tries to work his way off. Watch out. Oh, Kyprios got away with one there. He pulled down Thomas. Could have been called for a penalty, but was not. Malakoff stopped by Karpovtsev. Larmer lifts it into the Islanders zone, played by Vasky, and Vasky is hit by Hartman. As the puck slides down to the Rangers zone, Bukaboom there to play with 8:20 to go in the third. Tied 4-4, lead to Amonte. Amonte stopped and upended and sent flying by Kasparaitis. Nemchinov against LaChance.
The holding penalty on LaChance.
Long shot, tipped wide. Rangers get a power play coming up. Bukaboom plays it toward the net, hits the side of the net. Off the stick of Hextall. Save Hextall on the backhander by Bukaboom.
Rangers are really rolling here, and LaChance will get the penalty. He now, I think, is trying to find a way to even it up. The Rangers draw the penalty with working hard. You figure out what's going to be called. At the other end, Kiprio's hauled down one or two of the Islander players.
Took down Thomas, tackled him.
At the other end of the ice, LaChance is reaching out and grabbing somebody. He gets called.
LaChance can't understand it, and he complains to referee Dan Marawelli. And Marawelli explaining things. And LaChance finally going
talking
off.
to the referee. Ferraro, Flatley, Graves are talking to the linesman. 7:57 to go. Nemchinov uses some power along the boards. He gets half a step, and you can see LaChance grabbing his arm and his shoulder.
Marawelli skated by him. I think he saw LaChance had a hold of him and decided to call it. Watch this.
Amonte jumped up to get around Kasparaitis, ended up going right over top of the back of Kasparaitis, who gets low once again. Yow! Oh, man.
Watch the back. Oh, man.
Don Cherry puts those tapes out, those rock'em sock'em. He's going to have about 15 hits, 20 hits from this game. He can put into his tapes for next season.
Rangers are out shooting the Islanders 30-18. And the game is tied.
Well, the Rangers have really been the better team here in the third period.
10-1 here in the third period. They've outshot the Islanders.
We can't see the shot clock, so you can't keep up on that, or otherwise we would have certainly helped the viewers with that. Finally, we get some help and we find out what they are. You can tell the Rangers have been by far the better team here in the third.
There's 6 power play as Hextall chops at the puck with Messier there. Zubov, Leach, Messier, Graves, and Gartner for the power play. The Rangers are 0 for 5 on the power play. LaChance went for holding at 12:03. Game tied 4-4. Islanders have Turgeon, McInnes, Vasky, and Malakoff, and they forced the puck out of the zone. Good pressure from McInnes on Zubov. Leach circling with Acton on him now. Zubov gets into the zone. Vasky is there, hit by Acton with the stick. Vasky against Messier. Graves trying to dig it loose. Messier looking, Leach looking. Graves in the corner against Vasky. Acton working hard. Comes loose to Malakoff. Skates it clear. Malakoff bothered by Gartner, and then he slides it down the ice. With 55 seconds to go on the Rangers power play. 4-4 the score. 6:45 to go, third period. Taken in deep against Kasparaitis. Ducks underneath. Kasparaitis grabbed hold flatly against Amonte. Kovalov's got the puck now. Amonte in the corner. Pilon takes it for Flatley. Can't clear. Blocked by Kovalov. Comes back to Leach. Leach pushes it ahead. Taken down by Flatley. Gets it across. Zubov feed in the slot. Amonte. The shot save. Hextall. Good shot by Amonte. And a good save by Ron Hextall. 6:15 to go in the third. 15 seconds left in the power play. Kovalov on the move against Kasparaitis. Slow down. Kovalov swings it around for low in deep against Delgarno. Puck loose. Tikkanen and Kasparaitis. Now Kovalov knocked away by Malakoff. Kasparaitis has it. Teams are back at full strength. Rangers 0 for 6 on the power play. Islanders are 2 for 7. 4-4 is the score. Teams at full strength. 5:45 left in the third. Vasky back to the puck. Gilbert on him. Out of the zone. A hit on Derek King by Karpovtsev. Hextall stops the puck. Vasky goes after it. Around the boards for Derek King. In center ice, King took a hit from Larmer. Turgeon moves in on Graves. Feed to Thomas. Got a shot off. It went off of Wells. Graves has the puck. Gilbert. Pass across. Larmer controls. Takes the long shot wide. Missed the net. Derek King for Steve Thomas. Thomas moves down with Turgeon. Turgeon against Wells. Big collision. Thomas hit by Bukaboom. Feed for King. Broken up by Wells. Back the other way, and a whistle. And stop play, an interference call.
It was a long way away from the puck. What a hit it was, but it was interference.
Bukaboom, who scored the tying goal at 10:55, is called for interference at 14:55 on this hit.
Steve Thomas has given the puck away about 15 feet prior. Is that a hit? Or is that a hit?
What a hit.
And he appeals. It's about 1 potato, almost 2 after the pass, do you think?
Yeah.
Do you concur with the call? Or do you think it was maybe something that maybe shouldn't have been called?
I don't know.
It was a little closer than I thought when I saw the replay, to tell you the truth. When I saw it live, it seemed as though it was well after the play was made.
It was away from the play, you're right. Interference is the call. Islanders' 8th power play. They're 2 for 7. They've had only 1 shot on goal here in the 3rd period. Rangers out shooting the Islanders 31-18 for the game. Malakoff toward the net, knocked down, missed by Thomas. Turgeon, Thomas, and King. Malakoff and Curvers for the power play. Lowe got it to the line, missed by Tikkanen. Malakoff kept it in. Thomas for King. Couldn't tee up a shot. Lowe and Zubov with Larmer and Tikkanen for the Rangers. Tom Curvers to Malakoff for the shot. Knocked down by Lowe. Islanders still can't get it through the net. Malakoff, but the Rangers unable to clear. Twice they had a chance. Couldn't do it. Thomas for King, and it went behind him. Now it's Curvers. Pass diagonally into the corner. Turgeon. Pass across for King. Off the boards. Curvers to Malakoff off his stick. And Larmer gets there to push it down the ice. Larmer breaks in. Malakoff with him. Larmer is tied up by Malakoff, and it's steered aside by Hextall. Zubov to the puck in deep. Coming down to 1 minute to go on the power play for the Islanders. Messier has come on with Leach and Graves. Zubov stays on. Saved by Richter on a good shot by Pierre Turgeon. Second shot of the period on goal for the Islanders.
Not often do you see Turgeon take the slap shot. When you see a shot like that, you wonder why he doesn't take it more often. That was a beauty. Good save by Richter.
40 seconds to go on the power play. 3:45 to go in the 3rd. Tied 4-4. Richter leaves it for Leach. Around the boards, Messier hit by Vasky. Graves looks for the puck. It's played by Ferraro. Messier trying to push it out. He does to Graves. Graves controls. LeChance is back. Graves comes in with Messier. Messier has the puck. His shot blocked by Vasky. Graves looking for it. Covered with the glove by Hextall.
14 seconds left now on the Islander power play. 1 shot. That was by Turgeon on the slap shot at the end of his power play shift.
I have to tell you something, John. Can you imagine a 7-game series between these two teams?
No, I can't. The referee would want to hang us. We'd want to hang him. Kasparaitis and Messier would... yeah, I would. Yeah, it'd be some series, wouldn't it? Look at this Turgeon shot through the screen of Adam Graves. There's a heck of a kick save by Mike Richter.
Well, the Islanders fighting for points right now are 2 points out of a playoff position behind the Flyers, who hold the 8th spot, and they have 2 games at hand on the Flyers.
I wonder how Al Arbor is feeling right now. Last night, I understand he was very sick. He was dizzy.
He told me he wasn't that bad. He said, "Who told you I was sick?" I said,
he's acted tough
Eddie
again.
Westfall. He said, "Oh, no, it wasn't too bad."
Oh, my. 3:12 to go.
And he wasn't too sick to make some moves that changed the flow of the game last night. Pass across offside Islanders. 3:04 to go in the 3rd. The power play is over. Excellent penalty killing by the Rangers.
Both teams. You know that? Both teams have been... And that was a key penalty kill. See if it slows down the momentum the Rangers had going for them. Nemchinov here moves in on Kasparaitis. There's a standing up nose to nose.
Talking the same language.
Yeah. Well, one's Russian and one's Latvian. He has been one piece of work as Kasparaitis. He'll probably have at least one more shift when Messier's line gets out. Again, 3:04 to go here in the 3rd period. We have Derek King getting a new stick. Islanders during the 2 games have really, in most situations during changes, slowed the pace down, getting sticks, really understanding, I think, that the Rangers, when they jack up the pace, are the better team. They make things happen, and it's been very evident here in the 3rd period. The Rangers have the only goal, but they've been by far the better of the 2 teams.
Malakoff with the puck, under 3 minutes to go. Derek King has it. Rangers responded well here in the 3rd period.
Oh, very well, Sam. Extremely well. I didn't know what was going to happen after the 2nd period with the Keenan-Healy thing, with Messier and Kasparaitis doing their thing, and Kasparaitis getting the upper hand for a while. and they see the Rangers showing why they're in first place. They battle. I'm telling you, they showed something to me anyway, coming back and doing what they've done. Again, there's 2:34 to go, and we're tied. Anything can happen, but certainly they've shown why they're in first place, in my mind anyway.
And Vaske has been an integral part of the Islander defense. And you think about the Islander defense, they've used 6 left-handed shots.
Yeah.
Huey Krupp is still out. He's a right-handed shot, but they like him and they need him. He's a solid player. Then you have Dean Chenault, so they have some pretty good depth on defense.
Very good depth. Just saw the Islander trainer leave with a big bucket for the drink, whatever they have, Gatorade or whatever. And not often you'll see that happen during a third period. Usually there's lots left after a game. That just tells you the tempo this game's played at and how hard these two teams have battled for 2 nights in a row. This is the 6th period plus the overtime.
3-3 last night, 4-4 right now with 2:20 to go in the third. Amonte moving against Ferraro. Tikkanen is there. A little pick on Ferraro. Frees up Amonte. Down the boards for Mike Hartman. Centers for Tikkanen. Saved by Hextall. He's got it.
Rangers battle. Hartman, Tikkanen in front. Rangers continue to battle as they go for it here. Another strong play. Colin Campbell, the assistant coach for the Rangers, in our open talked about loose pucks, battles in front, speed. Look at Tikkanen out battle Ray Ferraro to get the shot. Hextall with another save. The play also happened in the corner where the Rangers out battled and won the puck to put it in front. Rangers showing some good stuff. And another look at this. The Rangers want the puck drop. Slow, deliberate change by Al Arbour and his team, especially their defensemen. It appears to me the Islanders are really tiring here and barely hanging on.
Ferraro on the faceoff against Nemchinov, who won it. The shot was blocked. Nemchinov getting to it, just missed. Malakoff pushing it ahead. It was stopped by Lowe. Nemchinov's got it. Back to Hartman. Knocked down by Malakoff. Malakoff slides it to Ferraro. Stolen nicely by Zubov. Zubov moves across with Nemchinov. Plays it deep. Malakoff intercepts and slides it ahead for Ray Ferraro. On to Patrick Flatley. Good check by Kevin Lowe. Lowe has bounced back from the back problem that he had late in the game yesterday. Here's Ferraro. Knocked away by Amonte. Here's Hartman moving in. Hartman shoots, save, Hextall, rebound, save, Hextall! He robbed Nemchinov on the rebound. Great save by Ron Hextall to keep this game tied.
Oh, you're not kidding. Wow, 1:27 to go. The Rangers just continue to turn it on, pour it on, and are doing everything right. Hextall's hanging in there. Watch the puck get chipped out right here by Amonte, and away goes Hartman. Now you're going to see Nemchinov drive to the puck, and Hextall recovers nicely. Earlier in the season, he would never recover, but he did so and makes some great second save. Nemchinov thought he had the open net. It was there for an instant, but Hextall got back. You know, Tony Amonte wanted to jump into the play, but he was absolutely tackled and thrown down at center ice. Just tackled and thrown down as the Rangers headed up ice.
And a penalty has been called on the Islanders.
Maybe that was the call.
Ray Ferraro is in the penalty box.
Oh, well,
Rangers get a power play.
Then I apologize to Dan Marawelli. He did see it.
Holding is the call.
Yeah, Tony Amonte was just tackled and thrown to the ice. And Dan Marawelli did see it. I apologize to him. I did not think he did.
At 18:33, late in the third period in a 4-4 game, Zubov shoots wide. Rebound steered aside by Hextall. Rangers' 7th power play of the game. They're 0 for 6.
Islanders have 13 shorthanded goals. Remember that.
Larmer, Graves, Messier. Graves, the back pass to Zubov. He shoots. Score! Sergei Zubov! It's a power play goal! The Rangers lead 5-4.
This is some third period. Very courageous third period by a gutsy hockey team, the Rangers. A power play goal and 1:03 to go. I know they can celebrate, but they also have to refocus here. There's 1:03 to go in the third period. They lead. What a blast. What a blast this was. As you see Hextall beaten to the catching glove side, the Rangers celebrate. This has been one of their best third periods they've had all season long under a lot of adversity. Graves with the pass. Green goes down to try and block it and doesn't. And it goes right in past Kasparaitis and in behind Ron Hextall.
Sergei Zubov with his 11th goal of the season gives the Rangers the lead. for the first time since they had a 2-0 lead in the first period. 1:03 remaining in the third.
This is Amonte on the puck, driving through the middle, and there he's grabbed a hold of by Ferraro and just pulled right down, and the arm does go up. I owe an apology to Dan Marawelli.
Okay.
Well, I do.
And he'll accept it.
Yeah, he couldn't care less.
Hextall trying to get to the bench. Islanders do not have a timeout left. They called it early in the game when they were down 2-0. 45 seconds to go. Rangers lead 5-4. Hextall skating toward the bench. Islanders shoot in. Gloved by Richter. He holds it. He plays it into the corner. And he still has the puck and gets a whistle.
I don't know if the puck got caught in a webbing or what, but Mike Richter, I guess, wanted to make sure you don't want the defensive zone draw unless you have to. Now you'll see Hextall go to the bench, and the 6 attackers go on the ice. The Islanders have used their timeout. McInnes is called over to the bench to get some orders from Al Arbour. Rangers make a change, so both teams try to steady themselves here. Turgeon will be on the draw opposite Mark Messier. 36.7 seconds to go.
Sergei Zubov, who had a goal last night on the power play to beat Ron Hextall, got the third Rangers goal, gets his 11th from Graves and Larmer at 18:57. 3-point game for Adam Graves, 2 goals and an assist. Islanders with the net empty. 30 seconds remaining in the third. 5-4 Rangers. Curvers hit by Graves. Low against against Derek King. Puck taken by Zubov. Zubov double team. Steve Thomas has it. Low checks in. Given away to Graves. Off the boards and down the ice it goes. It'll be an icing, but the Rangers will take it to slow down the Islander attack. 11.4 seconds remaining in regulation time.
One more important draw. Again in the same face-off position to the left side of Mike Richter.
Al Arbour wants Marty McInnes to come over to the bench as he tries to, without a timeout, get some instruction to his team. 11.4 seconds remaining, and the Rangers leading 5-4.
It's been quite a tribute, I think, to McInnes to be on the ice in this situation. That's how strong his year has been for his hockey club. Messier awaits the arrival of Turgeon. Kevin Collins gets ready to drop the puck.
Turgeon, Thomas, King, McInnes, Curvers, and Malakoff for the Islanders. Battle in the circle. Graves got a stick on it. Pops into the air, batted down. Kept in by Turgeon.
Hand pass.
And a whistle stops play with 3 seconds to go. And that's going to. And now Bukaboom gets into it with Thomas.
Well, McInnes, I think, and someone else were involved originally, Sam. I believe that's a hand pass against the Islanders.
Yes.
Face off outside, 3 seconds to go. 12-3 the Rangers have been in their last 15 visits here. It looks to me with 3 seconds to go like it's over. Has that been a long time or what?
1989, October of 89.
This has been one of the great third periods the Rangers have had all season long. Very courageous period as to what's happened. They blew a lead again tonight, pardon me. It's been a very hard-fought 2-game series.
Rangers were slapping high fives. There are going to be some penalties handed out with the face-off outside the zone. The Rangers look like they haven't won, with a terrific comeback in the third period. A dominant performance in the third period.
Absolutely, showing why they're in first place. Not only in the division, but overall. McInnes and Larmer go, and then Bukaboom steps in to get involved. Penalties to Bukaboom and Steve Thomas. 3 seconds to go. Hextall still on the bench.
2 minutes each for roughing at 19:57. So, one more meeting between these two teams. April the 10th.
Right here.
Here at Nassau Coliseum. Right before, that'll be a warm-up for the playoffs.
The Islanders still have a chance for one more shot here, Sam. Turgeon, I would think, would draw it back and have Malakoff take the shot. Messier will try and stop the... Oh, Turgeon's going to go the other side.
Long shot by Curvers. It's over. The Rangers win.
That is one fabulous third period. Just a fabulous third period on the road. Adam Graves, 2 goals, plus the assist on the game winner. An outstanding performance.
I think the show of emotion there and the celebration tells you that they felt the pressure of this jinx. They felt the pressure from the Islanders, and they responded.
Absolutely a crucial third period for the Rangers. If they lose badly, the trade deadline's March 21st, it would have been 3 out of 4 points gone to the Islanders. Instead, they turned it around as a team, and you can see how tight they are. They deserve a lot of credit. Hextall, by the way, had a very solid third period. It would have been over earlier.
Rod Hextall's first loss in the last 7 home games as the Rangers break the Islanders' streak. They had won 6 straight on home ice. Adam Graves got the first 2 goals of the game for the Rangers, 46 goals on the season. Jeff Bukaboom got a big goal to tie it, and the game winner, the power play goal by Sergei Zubov. This is back October the 28th. Brian Mullen, Tomas Sandstrom.
Who was the goalie?
Glenn Healy was in goal for the Islanders.
Sandstrom's with the Penguins, Mullins with the Islanders, Healy's with the Rangers. That's how long it's been since the Rangers last won here. What a courageous third period they had.
First win in 16 games at the Nassau Coliseum. Rangers win at 5-4.
And here's a look at the game summary. The Rangers with their first win at the Island in 15, dating back to October 28th, 1989, a 4-1 win. Zubov gets the game-winning goal. Graves now with 2 tallies. That ties him for 4th place in the Rangers' all-time goal-scoring list for a single season. Bukaboom with a career-high 6th goal. That tied the game at 4 at the 10:06 mark of the 3rd. The Isles' 6-game home unbeaten streak is over. And add another note, Mike Richter gets his 33rd win of the season in a wild one at Nassau Coliseum. And Mike, first of all, your reaction to the win?
Well, I think it was an exciting one. Parts of it were played with good intensity. I mean, the whole thing was played with good intensity, but intelligence on our part, that's what we lacked for maybe a period last night. It cost us a point, and tonight we wanted to play a full 60 minutes. We didn't. We started out well. We got behind the 8 ball, and really things looked bad there for a bit, and to our credit, we were able to pull ourselves together and get a win, so it almost means more than if we had gone through in a smooth ride.
Isles go up 3-2, and Mike Keenan pulls you. What goes through your mind?
Just disappointment, because I really thought we were playing fairly well up to that point defensively. They really didn't have very many shots. They had a couple good ones, but I mean that's what that's what your job is, to go in there and save them. So I was disappointed with the rebound. I let off of Malakov's shot, went right to Turgeon in the slot, and he put it away. So I was happy to get another chance. I felt bad for Glenn because he went in there and made a couple big saves in a terribly pressure-filled situation, and he was taken right back out. And then when I went back in, I really did have too much work. I mean, when you consider what they had 3 shots in the last period, I'd say our guys really buckled down and deserved the win today.
Quality of the win and the fact that you broke a long, long streak in this house of horrors, what does that mean to the club?
Well, I think, sooner or later it was going to happen, and we've played well here at times, but we just haven't all been on the same page. Maybe the goaltender plays well in the first period, but that's in a bad 1 or 2 in the second. That allows our team to get back in. It's rare that I think I've been with a team that we've played a full solid 60 minutes where we've deserved the win through and through. And today, it could have gone either way, but certainly our effort was there, and especially under adverse conditions. So we'll take it. It is definitely a monkey off our back, and it's a good thing to learn coming down the stretch.
How do you deal with the jack-in-the-box shuffling, being pulled, being put back in?
You look at it as almost, I was laughing with John Davidson once, I just said it's as if you're getting just a long shift out there and you never know when you're going to be taken off. I was glad I had another opportunity to go back, to be honest. No one likes to be pulled, but Keenan's given me a lot of opportunity this year, and tonight was another example, so you want to come through for him when he puts you back in.
So Mike Richter now 33-9-5. He gets the win tonight, a big one for the Rangers. Michael, congratulations, continued success.
Thanks a lot, Brucey.
So the Rangers end a long drought at Nassau Coliseum, 15 games to be exact, and guests receive the American Express gift check. Think of it as a universal certificate that can be used to buy anything, just about anywhere. Gift checks are available where American Express traveler's checks are sold. And our Delta player of the game is Sergei Zubov. He gets the game-winning goal at 18:57, a power play tally in the 3rd as the Rangers win at 5-4. More of the postgame coming up. For the first time this year, the New York Rangers defeat the New York Islanders. And the goal of the game is brought to you by Budweiser, fresh, pure, natural, proud to be your Bud.
for 6.
Islanders have 13 shorthanded goals. Remember that.
Larmer, Graves, Messier. Graves, the back pass to Zubov. He shoots. Score! Sergei Zubov! It's a power play goal!
So the New York Rangers get 3 points in the home-and-home series with the New York Islanders. We'll be back with more in a moment.